Hello, chat. Hello, everyone. Dexton, it's great to see you. We have a very busy day ahead of us. A very busy day. It is what it is, though. How's everybody's week been? Because my week has been pretty good, actually. We need to get food, though. Sati, you need to get out of the office once in a while. The Chancellor had to be nerve-wracking. For Skyler, she's just like, alright, let's go. Political stuff like that never bothers her. Especially when she's very secure in, like, her personal life. Your week has been okay? Also, J. Rizla, it's great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Like, generally speaking, but your week has been okay. What good doesn't happen this week? Her name better still be on here. Okay. Kisme, welcome in. Hi, Wildflower. Hi, Kisme. We need food before this meeting. We got invited down to a government leadership meeting. I spent way too much money at Costco. Came home to find my elevator. Oh no! Did you lose any groceries? No? Okay, good. That's what matters. Yeah, it's a good office. Little souls down here. I really like this office. Hey, Alan, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day, friendo. Made 4 trips up the stairs to save perishables. Oh, you haven't seen the new office? After this meeting, if we don't have another meeting, then we'll show the office. You're overloaded on tea. What kind of tea? Hot tea, cold tea. Also got sous vide during Prime Day. Oh. Hello. Hello. Oh, RPG?
Hey, hey.
Hey, hi.
What's poppin'?
Not much.
Do you need a menu again?
No, I was waiting for you to let me know when I was good to order.
Yeah, good.
If you have anything just hot and available, I need that. But outside of that, whatever's quickest to make, I don't really care what.
A 2 and 2, 1 and 1.
1 and 1's fine. It's people, wow.
All right.
Sparks.
Steady?
Sparks. 4666. Sparks. Now I want chai. RPT? Oh, what kind of RPT? Sauce Shaman, welcome in.
It's a nice guy you got over there.
4666, there you go.
Thank you so much. You're talking to me, sir.
This freshly prepared
That's your whip right there.
The black one? Well, it's the state's vehicle, but yes, I drive it.
Your food's on the tray?
I like the headlights on it.
Yeah, I do too. They're not bright, though. They're actually
Skyler Sparks,
not
more
great.
like Skyler Farts.
Yep. Have a good day, Mr. Nova.
Got him.
Sure did, buddy. Sure did. And like any attorney, and like what I did when I had to drive.
What is it?
It's an Oracle SSLE. Have a good one.
Ooh.
It's literally been a state vehicle.
Ooh.
If you run in front of me, I am going to run you over.
Ooh,
Thank you.
insurance run.
Yeah, you could try. I'm curious on what you mean by RPT. Speaking of tea, I still have a bunch of tea left over from the last time I went to London. And, I don't know if it's still good. How long are tea bags good for? Listen, Judge, he was chasing my car. Why is my car not locking? Is my key still in here? Is this lagging? I think the whole server... The server's been lagging all day. You say a good bet? A few years? Oh, okay, I'm good then. I went in late 2022. Button? 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 Button?
Oh. Also, you put olive
Let's see
oil in the
what's in
top
there.
tank too. Mm-hmm. And then sugar. That'll
What?
really fuck it up.
Sorry.
Hi, Skyler.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello,
Hey, Skyler.
Skyler.
Like 3 to 4 years to keep it dried. Yeah, no, it's on all sealed bands. Also, Mark, it's great to see you.
Just so people are not aware, we're just waiting for Jerry. He's on his way. He's coming on his helicopter. He's trying to make a big entrance as
Typical
always.
Jerry.
Nope. Typical Jerry.
Is he gonna fly past his window?
Oh,
my God, is he
no.
gonna hit the
Probably.
window?
Oh
Alright.
no.
Does he know how to fly? Or
This is
does he-
kind
no,
of this
he
is
has
kind of
pilots
wild.
for that, but they're
Okay,
always
okay,
fucking
I-
drunk.
His pilots
that's
keep dying.
True. His
Pilots
last
always
pilot was
die.
shit-faced, and they died.
So you don't fly and drive.
Well, his two last pilots were drunk and died.
Wait, if you're flying while intoxicated, is that an FUI? Is that a FUI?
A fooey?
Yeah, flying under intoxication, right? Like,
That is so fucking funny. A fooey.
is that? I mean, if there's ever pilot's licenses, that could be something that is, you know, that could be a worry. What if we have drunk pilots out there?
I'd
What
say
one
this
guy
feels
raped
out
and
of
steals
the
the
ordinary,
Patricia?
but Skylar talks
I'm
to all of
pretty
these
sure
people on a weekly basis.
There have been multiple attempts.
very consistently
I
all of the
crashed
time.
Patricia yesterday, but I was shot down by terrorists.
Oh
which is
my-
fine.
What?
I referred her.
What? What?
Okay.
What?
I was
That
shot by terrorists
series
once
of
again.
events.
So you can't just start off by saying I flew Patricia and oh yeah, by the
And then
way,
a
I was
terrorist?
shot down by a terrorist. What?
We use the word terrorist loosely here in the police department.
Oh
my
so
God.
sorry.
Anna, are you okay?
Oh,
What?
sorry.
Woods, I'm so
That's the
happy that you
sheriff.
can make it.
Hi,
Thank you.
Woods.
So sorry.
Hello, Woods.
I need
Hi,
my
Nash.
glucose pills.
Oh, I have them, sir.
Your glucose pills in,
What?
in a car, Sheriff.
What?
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 Yeah, I
Right.
want
Really?
to know the.
No, I
Going
got
to
him
my
to him
way.
the next day. I got it to him the
Okay.
next day.
Okay, yeah, you
Oh, it's
left
not
him
gonna
in a
show anything.
cruiser,
Is
Sheriff.
Jerry here?
I love Coco.
Brecca's not here.
Take your
Oh,
damn hand
I
out.
hear Harold.
We are just waiting for Jerry. It's just he says he's coming. I don't know
Anyone
what's
have
holding him up.
food?
He's on the ice.
It's half food because I knew someone would bring it. Here you go.
Sorry, I'm about to pass out.
Lord Christoph.
Little
Sorry,
calendar.
Vegetarian, 'cause I'm sorry, 'cause I'm vegetarian, so
Thank
it's food either way.
Thank you. No, I just need
I didn't know you were vegetarian. How long have you been vegetarian?
Many a years.
That's neat. Skylar over here like, oh, you don't eat red meat.
Good old Jerry.
He's always
Jerry.
fucking
He's
late.
gotta be the diva. You know how
We
he is.
checked to make sure he wasn't in the ICU, right?
He's
not.
not.
No,
he
he
texts
is
me.
not.
He's coming.
He is
Golf
fine.
gang hasn't
Second I'm
found
home.
him.
Hi,
If he
welcome.
fucking ends
There's
up
no
in
way anything
ICU
forgets to get
today,
sent
I
to this
swear to
meeting.
God.
Golf gang.
Okay.
Well, Sloan, thank you for putting this together, if nothing else.
You're welcome. Yes,
Yeah,
Mayor wants to
thanks,
get all the
Sloan.
government leads together.
And I may have some
Excellent.
good news for us today.
May?
Yes.
May.
Am I getting my money back?
No.
Legit.
Maybe. Hello. I'm the
Oh,
mayor.
That's Sterling.
Not-
He's
not-
the-
Hey,
it's Todd.
it's not Todd.
He's a DMV head.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Bob Smith.
Who's this?
I think Jerry Security is calling me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fucking
Oh my
hell.
god.
Is there- hold on, he may have a
She
warrant.
just don't have time to go golf king.
Swear to
Hold on, he may
fucking
have-
God.
He may have a
If
warrant.
Jerry can't be here, then okay, Jerry's
Oh,
here. Jerry's
this-
here. Jerry's here. Everyone,
Is
Jerry's
this a
here.
trap?
Hey,
Jerry's
Oh, he doesn't have a
here.
warrant anymore, got
Yay,
served.
Jerry.
Oh, there's Jerry.
Oh, there he is.
there he is.
Ah, it's like
my
a
son is smart.
fucking
Hi, Jerry.
Avengers getting all these people in the room together. Thank
Jerry, you
God.
look like shit.
Oh my God,
Unnecessary.
Bob.
Director, unnecessary comments.
I'm gonna sneak by you, Sean.
Bob, where's Bob?
Bob, that was
Bob.
so mean.
Sitting in
wearing the
the
cowboy hat.
couch.
The cowboy?
Cowboy hat on.
Yeah, Bob's the cowboy
I ain't never
today.
seen him without his purple pants and his scruffy shirt.
I mean, eat as a
Well, well,
vegetarian.
well,
Brokeback Mountain
Yeah,
era.
vegetarian. No, he's
Why
not.
are
He's
these
in a full
random
suit.
cops here?
Isn't he always on that?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Actually,
What
that's
was the government meeting?
Shut up, Jerry. Shut up, Jerry.
Hello, everyone.
Who asked, to be honest? Like,
Bond,
Just go.
Darn.
go.
gonna be here, please.
I had a
Mayor
meeting.
talking. Can you speak up a little bit, sir?
Yeah, please.
Oh yeah, we might have to yell in here.
Can everyone hear me?
Oh my god! I keep trying to
I can
fucking
hear-
use the cinematic
Yeah.
camera. I'm
Yep.
just gonna leave it. I'm just not gonna touch it.
So I know some of you are aware, but
just not
not
gonna
all of
touch-
you. Yesterday, I had a meeting with the chancellor to try to discuss some of the issues that we've been having with our budget. So I was able to acquire some funds, and now I would like to speak to the different government heads to determine how we should best spend these funds. I was thinking if no one has any issues with this, I was going to purchase a helicopter for the EMS department.
I think
that's a great idea.
Seems
I
as
think it's a
like
great
one,
idea.
but we've just
I
been
thought we had
waiting
one
for
already.
it.
I flew it. Oh, Swift.
Wait, there
Yeah,
is one?
Yes, there is a helicopter. It needed a new engine in it.
It's locked up
Yeah.
somewhere in the LSIA, one of those hangars.
To my
Yeah,
understanding.
I'm sure we have it. We've just been waiting for it to be functional.
Are we buying the one that's broken that's in the hangar already?
It was a rough flight.
Was it a leak?
Are we buying
a
another
rough-
one?
I
Are we
mean,
getting
parts
two?
might be cheaper than the whole new thing.
Yeah, I don't know about buying another one.
I agree that a helicopter is needed for EMS, though. Mountain rescue
Yeah.
is very
Absolutely.
important.
Yes.
Rapid moving
So do we-
from city to city.
Do we want to fix the broken one, or are we going to buy a new one?
Already assess, see how much it costs, compared to the, the
Are you-
difference.
I think
Sorry, are
they're
you asking
currently
us what we
working
should
on
spend the
fixing
money
it.
on, or what's the?
I need to know for your budgets. I need to know what you're spending. Like, what are you spending in the armory?
Oh God. Okay.
Because I just don't want to
where's-
give you money, and then you're just gonna think you have a lot of money and just spend it negligently. You know, I need to know what you need for the armory.
Where's Juniper?
Juniper
She can't make it.
until later, so
She's
but
on by the makeup.
she does have figures
Mountain
on
rescue.
that. When we can supply you that.
She told me, what was it?
A lot.
It was 7,000 to 8,000 a day for LSPD, 2 or 3 for the county, like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
So much different.
She
7,000 to
said
8,000 for the
LSPD is
LSPD.
using. Yeah, she
They
said
cover the cadets,
LSPD is
yeah.
using 11K a
Oh, that's
day.
where the cadets are. That's right, that's a good
LSSD is using 7K a day. San Andreas State Police is 3K, and Highway Patrol is 4K. It's around 70K each week. For just 15 officers. So 300
Greco's guys' numbers. Where
like
is
20
he?
officers to be on duty per day.
We have a lot more than 20 as well, so.
Mhm.
That's
So it's
the
around.
average.
So she said she wants at least 500 grand a month.
500 grand?
For all
Yeah,
departments?
I think she's gonna have more discussions with you since she has the exact figures, and I think
I hear the
proposal?
vibe. You guys are
Yeah,
welcome to vibe
I
as
think
long
there's
as you
a
want. Welcome in
separate
winter more.
converse. Because just for context, Mayor, you have all the different departments here, and each one gets supplemented different amounts of money, right? So I think asking how much do y'all need might be a tougher conversation than just leaving it to open forum to discuss.
Is Juniper coming?
No.
She might be near the end, but she's not coming.
I have
forward.
ice chat.
I'm taking notes for her for later.
I thought, no, thank you so much for the follow.
Well, I just don't want to
Well-
be spending to get by. We need to start having some money to think about what kind of cars we can have. And,
Lily.
running those vehicles. I want some new light bars for some new equipment. 'Cause we're lacking with some equipment even in the back. We don't even have lock boxes
Thank you so much for the follow.
or rifle racks. Nothing. We gotta start saving for those.
During the
Combine 'em
meeting,
from
I'm gonna
cable.
I'm gonna switch
So,
really quick.
I'm
Say
asking that
thank you
we
to
don't
everybody
just
who's
have
coming
enough
in
to
again.
get by, but we have enough for each department to start saving and think about, what they want to add to their fleet. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I think at the moment, Safer has 90 employees and 3 ambulances between them.
Damn. An ambulance is like 90 grand or something.
We've gotten some different numbers, but I think 65 at one point, but inflation, I don't know.
Yeah. Buildings too.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
we would, Jerry. Where's Jerry? Are you over there? I need 10 million for refurbishing a building for
Oh, yeah.
Safer.
Uh,
Yeah, it's just a small loan of $10 million.
Casual.
Jerry, that
Small
would
loan.
Okay, it's
Oh,
already
let
no.
us
okay.
refurbish the Badger building
hold on,
into
hold on.
Safer HQ. We don't have to buy it. It's already government property.
One of our sub-departments has been operating out of a hangar.
Yeah.
They need a building.
Yeah.
We've
They're
been
gonna need,
operating
like-
out of the back room of a garage smaller than this room. 90
Oh, you had a
employees.
fire department.
Didn't you move there? No, that
Yeah,
was
there's the grapeseed.
the
There's
hospital.
a fire department in Grapeseed.
Yeah, for the fire department. Yes, LSFD, the fire department.
I mean,
operates out of
again,
there.
a PD operates out of a hangar. I don't see why you guys want to be able to operate out of a fire department.
Because we're not the fire department.
And they're not, flight.
We're 90 employees. We need room and space.
9-0.
Yeah, well,
Office.
I'm with
Where are
Bernard
those
on this one, but What I'm
employees?
saying is we need to make sure that all of us are, able to have our own places and so we can actually operate properly. Know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Yes,
that's a great dream, but the past, 2 months or 3 months, we were operating basically on fumes, and I'm sure Sean can attest to that. That there was
Mhm.
basically negative amounts of money. So I'm all for people saving for their buildings and whatever. I just don't want to go through the entire. It sounds like the chancellor gave us like some type of supplement. Is it or is it stimulus? I'm not sure what. I haven't heard about this meeting. I guess maybe Christoph can inform us on that.
Yeah, so basically, I got a loan from the chancellor yesterday that I'll be focused on paying back. But no one else has to worry about that. I'll take care of it.
I don't know what you mean. There's clearly an overwhelming number of
Yeah,
EMS on duty.
how much is it?
Kiwi Doodles?
How much was the loan?
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Well, yeah.
How much money?
EMS on duty, huh?
Oh, just a few million.
It was 5 million.
God.
What?
Hey, can
Oh
I ask
my
for
God.
that?
Are we gonna have to pay that back?
Don't worry about that. I'll
What's the
handle that for
chancellor?
you, Jonathan. Don't worry about
Hold on.
that.
I'll explain what the
Christoph, I don't want you
chancellor
coming
is
up
in
to
a
me
second.
again asking for my money.
Okay,
alright?
outside of Bernard, there's
Don't-
1, 2,
Wait,
3,
what?
4 EMS.
I
Don't
think-
think your money, it's the state's
Listen,
money.
I think the DMV should cover it. I think the DMV
Bob,
needs
what
to.
the fuck?
No, I'll just say it. I think you guys need to do more.
listen,
I
listen.
agree.
We
I
have.
agree.
You guys,
We
you guys,
agree.
were,
Guys,
you
guys,
guys
we
were
have
pocketing
plans.
these cameras
Guys,
or something.
we are
I heard
not pocketing these cameras.
you were making money off of
We
cameras.
I'm
Okay,
hearing
is what I was.
5,000
Is what I
Maybe
was
you
hearing.
made
And they
20 grand yesterday
cried when
in
I took the
sales
money
of
away. They
inventory.
cried when I took
You,
the
Yes,
I
money.
think
million.
the DMV
$1 million
should pay back
on
the $5
camera.
million for the state.
$1 million
Let's get
in
this
camera
straight
chat.
here, Bob.
I mean, they're always doing licenses.
I don't know what they're doing anymore. Okay, I have to
What
go
the
down there
fuck is that
17
supposed
times
to
for a
What is
fishing
the
license.
DMV
I need
What
a-
the fuck
I
is
need
that?
a trout- I need a
Guys,
trout
this
license.
meeting
I
is
need a
getting out
cod
of
license.
hand.
I couldn't even get a key yesterday from the DMV. No one was
Oh my
available.
God.
What is a
Oh my
DMV?
God.
Jerry,
I
Jerry,
mean,
here
Oh, my
now.
God.
Jerry!
Oh my
Jerry.
God, Jerry.
Jerry!
Terry, let
Come on,
experiments
Jerry.
failed.
What?
We could make it a federal
What?
issue.
Yeah!
That sounds great.
Dude,
That's
huh?
why
Good
here.
idea.
Yeah.
No,
hold
this
on.
is
Five
good.
big.
No, this is good. I like this.
All right. Well, as of one day, I mean, that meeting happened a day ago. I've already come up with a contingency plan.
What is it?
Can't tell you.
Okay.
But just
If
know.
I-
Listen, just know. If it
Classified
comes down to the
info.
wire, I have a way to pay back that money.
Is it legal?
Yes.
Are you gonna fill up another body of water?
Yeah.
Somehow this meeting is going worse than I imagined. That was a
Lost
lone
the damn
plot.
sheet.
I'm Makuro. It's great to see you.
That's just the Alamo.
No more
Next, they're gonna
fish.
come for the reservoir. They're gonna take all of our water.
Yeah, the Mirror Park
Oh, they're already coming
Southwest.
for the
Get ready for
cops.
it.
Wait, that was
Ready.
the FRB.
They
That
blew
was-
up the Alamo.
Guys, can we not start with the blame
Shut.
FIB for the ammo? See if we've already derailed enough.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So what happens?
So
when I
Jerry,
don't
how
have my
about that $10
shotgun?
million?
Ask the mayor.
Great. Looks like we made a lot of progress
thank
here.
you.
Definitely don't have 10 million, Bernard.
We're basically
the
paperwork
heck?
rich today. We
So
have
how
some
much we
meetings to
getting?
set aside.
How much can the LSSD get?
So for are the Rangers under the LSSD,
No.
No.
States
They need
its own thing.
they need a
You
separate.
paperwork?
They need a separate budget too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Highway Patrol has a separate budget. SASP has a separate budget.
Yep.
LSSD and county also have separate budgets.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to have officers in here that are starting up their own different subsections as well. That'll be asking you personally for budgets. I'm sure that'll be a different conversation in its own right. Would have helped to have our accountant here if you really wanted the numbers.
She is on her way. She just texted me.
No,
that she's on her
I
way.
understand, but again, just to clarify, we don't just have cops here. I know there's a lot of cops in this room, but we have hospitals here. We have our EMS, SAFR. We have the FIB here. We have the DMV. So I don't know how you want to have this conversation
And
there.
self-sufficient, so our EMS,
Well, I mean,
DOJ,
Q
and
for the doctors.
doctors.
Everything's running smooth there, right?
Well, that's because
Yeah.
governments usually
We've
work off a
got-
deficit anyway.
64K in the bank for our doctor budget. It only takes us about 20K a week to function through the armory, but it's not a lot of wiggle room if we ever get sued. So if we ever get sued, I may have to come to the mayor about that.
Okay, no problem. And then the FIB, Mr. Strongrock, how's your account looking?
Not too bad. To be honest with you, we could probably get by with 40 to 50 grand a week, what we're currently operating at. That being stated, I have begun hiring bounty hunters, and seeing as fines are going to be primarily the
Jack,
way we're
welcome
going
in,
to make
friendo.
money back.
Where
from
is DOC? That's a
police
good point.
work,
Where is DOC?
I'd like to get more of those hired. It takes about $1,000 to fully kit out a bounty hunter.
Miles.
So let me get this straight. The FIB is earning its budget through our work?
Now wait a minute.
No, we're taking the
Shut the
work you
case,
guys are
Strongrock.
doing and bringing in money for the state off of it.
Someone.
That's a yes.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
leave this.
so
I'm
you
not even
just
gonna
know
touch
we
this.
just want to leave the
Where's
fines up in the
DOJ?
air.
I have
Then
no idea.
We just want to do it that way.
No, we need a way to get those fines back. So
It's
whatever.
not-
Skyler doesn't
we don't have
consider
to do
herself
that
Department
work.
of Justice.
Oh, please give me the.
What is this,
give
like,
us that fine.
80
already been
times
doing it.
10
I don't want to do it.
times 7?
Have you been doing it, Pon? What,
Yes.
what was the
So it's
what was the
like
Greco announcement about?
12
Is Greco here?
times
He's not here.
4.
No, he can't make it. He can't make it.
12
Yeah, Greco asked the police to start
times
getting people's fines in, so that's what we've been doing.
Okay, so it sounds like they
Oh.
haven't been doing it,
Oh.
and Greco's been asking now the
minus-
police to do
Why?
it.
Clear.
So
Yeah,
we've
the-
had the
the-
FIB
How is this
doing
broken?
it, I guess, to supplement those
That
fines.
we had the permissions to do it because we were told we didn't have permission to do it, and then Greco said,
Well,
literally
To
like
be
2
fair,
days
that
ago,
was
we do.
that was due to our bounty hunter
Clear.
program, which existed prior to the FIB
12000
office opening up.
times
Then I guess now they're being supplemented by the FIB,
right.
so it's still in
4800,
conjunction with the
48,000.
To
bounty
give you
hunters.
guys an idea, from the
We need
6th to the
the DA's
13th,
office
we
needs
brought in
about 50 grand a month.
$180,000 in fines.
Wow.
6 days.
Yeah, we need those fines either way.
Hey, Mayor Christoph, did you ever figure out the money from the PDM?
Oh, that's a good point. Where is the money coming from the
Money
PDM?
from the PDM.
Do we have talking points for this meeting?
Our
I was
budget.
wondering the same
Our
thing.
budget. We need to figure out our budget.
Is
Christoph.
this entire meeting about budget then, or
Yes, it's only about budget. We got money yesterday. I need to get the
Harold.
money to you guys. How much do you think each department would need for a month? How about, let's say, if I gave the LSSD And the
probably
LSPD,
could-
750,000.
Probably could do
Would that last a
75,000.
month?
That's
Each.
750,000. So what is
Oh, each,
75,000
100%.
per month divided by
But
4?
that's only if you're
That's
talking about
18,000 a
like
week.
you said.
That would cover
like the
gas and
sheriff said,
repairs.
that's not if you're including us wanting to get extra
Well,
like other things, you know,
This
like
is all
vehicles or
just
other
like
equipment, you know? Like new stuff,
like morale
buildings,
stuff
whatever
to keep
else.
people
If
like
you're talking
not
just
burn out.
daily like
Is what I'm
patrol,
thinking.
yes.
And I'll show you guys some of the stuff I've been.
So you don't
cooking
think
up
you
for
could
the
save
DA's
anything
office
out of
after
that?
this.
Oh yeah,
I think
we
they'll have
could
to figure out a
save
way to
some,
save out of that.
but it would definitely would require, and I'm down to put in the work. It would definitely require just assessing, you know, where we can maybe cut some corners or what we could maybe do to make that budget last.
I'm not
It could
really
definitely happen.
comfortable in talking about this without, again, a Juniper
Yeah.
here who has the
Juniper-
actual numbers. So
Yeah, Juniper is on her way. So
I
just
know.
gotta give her a little bit of time.
Mayor, was the plan to just kind of just sign a check for everybody that's sitting down and just that was going to be the whole?
I mean, it seems like everyone needs money, so
Charles,
I just wanted to
you're
get
okay.
the money to the departments as quick as possible, you know, so that they can get what they need. Because it seems like a lot of the officers can't get equipment, and I've been paying out of pocket for some of them, so
He says
I want to
for
get
a
everyone what
couple.
they need.
I'll pocket.
Give those guys shit. What are you talking about, Christoph?
I had to buy a vest. They were crying they had no vests.
Oh, my food's here,
Yeah,
chat.
I haven't
I'm just-
patrolled with a vest for probably 3 or 4 weeks now. That's not even a joke. We can't afford it.
I'll be right back.
There's money in the accounts right now, right? Like all
Yeah,
the
there
armories
is.
have money.
Yes.
The DPS has money. Like I said, Juniper's actively tracking it. We're trying to get more accurate numbers because, again, we have cops that will buy 4 vests, and we'll have cops like Pond who don't have a vest for 3 to 4 weeks. I'm not sure. Bernard, does Juniper work with you guys at all? EMS stuff?
We did speak with her for a little bit, but I don't know if she has our numbers. We don't even have our numbers because we don't have access to any of our armory.
Okay, and that's also a
accounts or
problem.
anything. So I don't actually know how much we spent, but also I know that all the money we've
Hi, chat.
had has been from fundraising. So we have gone on 0 budget, basically.
After a conversation that I had with Juniper, she did say that she would
I
like
didn't
to
realize
kind of,
DPS had
I guess
budget.
you could
I've been
say
I've been
look
getting
into
paid
other
out of
departments
DPS
within the
budget for
Department of
some
Public Safety.
I got mac and
but
cheese and a
as of right
salad.
Now, the main kind of focus is law enforcement, but she does have plans to kind of grow
I got
into
mac
the
and
other
cheese and a
ones.
bread bowl and a salad.
'Cause I think law enforcement has the most expensive, right? Like Jonathan, you have nothing at DMV. Your account is just in case you want to like do an event.
Yeah, I
or
mean, the only
something.
thing we're going to need it for is with the driving school coming up. We need to purchase vehicles for it. But other than that, we can kind of.
Of course,
share?
the
Do you guys want me
DMV
to
needs to
share?
purchase a vehicle.
You got brownie with ice cream? What's
Right.
lunch for everybody? I mean, it's kind of like an early
Does anyone
dinner.
else have a problem with these guys and how much? Like, look at
What the fuck
what
is
he's
that
wearing.
supposed to mean,
This
Bob?
guy is wearing
What
a
is that supposed to
three-piece suit. Okay, he looks like he has plenty of money, and I'm sure a lot of that, by the way, was gotten from selling those MDWs and those cameras. And now they're coming in here asking for money for cars.
Well, I don't
Anyone else
understand
has
what
an
these
issue with it?
allegations are, Bob. I don't know where this is coming from.
Bob, why?
What the fuck, Bob?
Why?
It's a nice
Jesus
suit.
Christ!
Why do
Thank
you
you.
need cars?
Bob, the first day I helped you at the DMV. You
Sean,
weren't
this is
sent to the
nothing
back of the
against you.
line.
This is nothing against you, Sean. I'm just saying, I think the DMV is a. I'm not going to say a waste of
my
tax
God!
money. I'm not saying it's
What
a
if-
waste of tax
Bob,
money.
That's
what if we got the
fancy.
DMV a helicopter?
Should we close the DMV?
Jonathan, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
You don't need a car. Ride a bicycle.
Why would the DMV need a helicopter?
Shut
Okay,
up.
okay, everyone be quiet. This is a meeting to be productive. You're put in the positions
Sloan.
for a reason. If you're gonna sit here and throw blows or low blows or make side comments that are not fucking needed,
Yeah,
then you
Bob.
can leave. Goodbye. Or you can sit here and have a conversation about things that actually need to be fucking discussed.
I haven't said anything.
I can go?
She's standing on business.
Jerry, get your ass back here right fucking now. I'm not playing with you.
I was
Because
actually
you
gonna-
know what, Jerry? It's
potatoes.
either you getting attacked like fucking Golf King or it's you being in the ICU.
Bob, I think she was talking about you.
Don't. No. Please, God, no.
I don't like that Jonathan guy. I'll be honest.
What the fuck, man?
Oh my god,
Bob.
God, man.
Jesus.
Uh,
hell, Bob.
Dr. Q, how's the
Okay,
finances
chat.
for the hospital?
Chat. Do I stir the
tracked?
do I stir the
As to
hatred of
internal-
Bob
you need
to the
Juniper's
to
help
the
with that too?
DMV?
No, everything's fine. We just have our doctor budget. I keep an eye on it. I don't really need anybody to really
Do I
oversee
say- do I-
anything,
do
so
I
just
say
kinda
that
handle it.
Jonathan
It's
Sterling-
really not that hard of a department to run because we don't have as many expenses.
Do I
as,
say
like,
do I say that
EMS,
Jonathan Sterling
'cause we're not
purposely
out on the
sabotaged
road,
the court
right?
case, but I can't prove it?
Stuff we just need internally.
How much is an MRI?
No, you work for the
machine?
DMV?
Oh God.
Like $1 million
that-
something.
That machine that we got was $1 million.
What do you mean, no expenses, Kremlin?
Okay, but like just to function weekly is what I
What if
mean.
it breaks?
Oh,
Well, then
God.
we're gonna have the
Then we're
same
all-
issue
then we're all
that we
shit
had
out of money.
before, where we didn't have one for a month until
broken
Jerry
before.
gave me the money, and I paid $125,000 as a deposit to get it delivered, and then Jerry, you covered the rest, right? You said you would cover the rest, right?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. Yep.
per
You covered
usual.
the rest.
Well, Mayor,
$175,000.
the hospital's pretty self-sufficient, but it'd be good for them to start saving up money too,
Yeah.
in their because we have money put away in their Department of Public Safety medical account, but now obviously we're a little in depth at the hospital too, from the sounds of it, but it would be good for them to start making some money or raising some funds for either their events that they regularly do or just rainy day checks.
Yeah. If we ever get sued, then that's gonna be the problem,
That too.
because we do have some lawsuits about some fucked up shit that a former doctor that was fired was doing, and I don't know if that's gonna come back on me at all.
So how's the hospital making money right now? Just from like prescriptions?
Prescriptions, wheelchairs, we charge for med kits.
Did we ever think about doing something like private medical insurance?
That has been discussed, but I need to kind of talk with my IT guys to figure out
Oh my God,
kind
this
of
is
the process
America.
of that. It's something the chancellor actually talked to me about
This
yesterday.
is America.
So I kind of am gonna brainstorm on that and think about how we want to do something
gotcha.
like that, because he kept stressing automation, which would be nice because I ain't got time to deal with that when I'm trying to save somebody's life. I'm not trying to be like, oh, by the way, let me swipe your card while I'm pulling bullets out of your ass. Like, I'm good on all that.
Oh,
sure. We want to bring up an idea that the chancellor brought, and I think that maybe you guys should be aware of it. The chancellor wanted to do a
Almost.
thing, sort of like the purge, but we decided that we should do it in more of a contained way, right? Where we get like,
What?
listen, everyone,
You're
calm
talking
down.
about my idea?
Yes,
Calm
yes.
down.
What?
Yes.
What?
Harold's idea.
The purge is ridiculous.
Excuse
me?
Your Hunger Games idea.
We're
I
gonna do
love
the
how
Hunger
Harold
Games,
is just
where
farming,
we pay
dude.
people
Hi, Joe.
to basically
I hope
kill
you're
each
having a
other
great
that are
day.
heinous
No.
criminals.
No.
Wait, no, it was
Whoa.
the
That's
fine
not
thing.
catchy.
No, no, no,
That's
no.
not catchy.
What?
Explain it, Harold. Why don't you explain it, Harold?
No, but that's what the chancellor. Yeah, the chancellor wanted an actual. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what the chancellor wanted.
Fuck?
No, 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 no,
I don't give
no.
a shit what the chancellor wants. We ain't doing that.
That
People
sounds like
with
a death
overdue
race.
fines. People with overdue fines.
Overdue fines, you put your name in a bar, you do a little stick, spin the basket, and then you put 25 names, you put a fence around the surplus, you throw them in, you say fight for 3 days, whoever wins gets 95% fine reductions, you put it on the TV, lots of sponsors, lots of money. The house state gets fixed, very fun.
Yeah,
How
me
does
and
everyone
Sloan
feel
said
about
something
that?
similar in response because we said the chancellor, you're fucking crazy. That's a dumb idea. So we basically said like that you should,
That's
get people to pay
wild.
sponsorships and VIP, and that would be a really good way of generating money. People love seeing that kind of stuff.
Just put a bunch of heinous criminals that
It's like the
voluntarily sign up.
Rabbit.
All right, you know what? That's
with
not. I
mealy
did
bits.
charge money for an execution.
With
so.
mealy
Yeah, I was,
I
he
can
did
see.
like that, by the way. He liked that you did that.
Idea.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
money is
Our
money,
idea was to
right? We
put
need money.
Our
It's more
idea
capital
was
punishment.
to put individuals who are either seeking life in prison or long sentences, and they can voluntarily sign up, right? We put them on an island, they kill each other, and then we have people pay either where a large sum of
sounds
money.
illegal.
Okay. Well, can I speak, or am I going to be interrupted by the next 3 people?
Is that the only one?
Okay. Well, let me speak. If I can get my point across, then maybe you guys can hear the rest of the
We can
point.
put
unless you guys wanna
Jonathan in
continue to
there.
cut me off. Anyways, I'm
what
going to
the
continue speaking because I was speaking and no one else was. They were going to pay either like 5 to 10K as a rough estimate. And then there's sponsors and people that would, pay to watch people, heinous criminals, kill each other on an island. And that's pretty much it. It generates revenue. It's bad people. And I'm
I like
fucking
it.
wild.
Seems to love
Desperate we
it.
are.
Okay, so
mean,
just Sloan, when
I'm
you say
gonna be
bad
honest.
people, you mean people that went to jail for crimes?
I'm talking about people that are in there for very heinous
Murder,
crimes.
for example?
Murder, terrorism.
Yeah, like would you say vehicular
treason.
murder people we'd put in there as well?
Involuntary manslaughter. And if you want to go ahead
Right.
and bring up my situation,
Didn't you do that, Sloan?
What
Didn't
I'm
you do
saying
that?
is, obviously it doesn't sound like this is a morally good thing to do, right?
I mean,
It's not against the
there's a lot of things that the
Constitution.
U.S.
I charged money
They
for an
do a lot of things
execution,
that are
Bob.
not
that
morally
probably
good
wasn't
for the
morally
people.
well either, but you know, we needed
God.
money.
So the DOJ needs to sign up on that. Sure.
Are we really going to lower our morals for money, guys? Come on.
It was just an
The
idea. It
chancellor
never
said
was
he doesn't
settled.
care. And whatever
What
makes
can the
him money.
chancellor do?
The chancellor is gonna help fucking bring in revenue. He just gave us $5 million. That's what he's trying to do.
What do you think? He sold your soul for this?
He's trying to resolve the budget issues that it seems that a lot of people don't care about because no one has even tried to have conversations or meetings about it, which is why we brought you guys here today to solve issues. And I didn't realize that this entire meeting was
Okay,
going to be about.
let's not say that
budget.
no one here cares about the money.
Never
Obviously,
said
a lot
that.
of people.
Never said that, Director.
Christoph, were you part of that meeting with the chancellor about the Death Island?
Yes.
Yes, I was there.
What is your opinion on it?
What is
Mayor
your
of the
opinion
city.
on Death Island?
Well, I mean, if
Yeah, she's
people
about
aren't
to
going
bring
to
out
pay their
talking stick.
fines, we have to do something to get people to pay. Sometimes you might need to scare them a
People are
little
gonna
bit.
die because they haven't paid the fines.
If they pay their fines, then
Strong rock.
So just to be, you'd want us to legalize this sanction of land for them to battle it out for fine reduction or not going to jail, and then we'd get paid for that.
I think it could be something good to try once. We'll get the DOJ to sign off on it and see how it goes.
Petition for Gemma to run Death
construction
Island.
costs as
I
well
don't
for
think,
that.
I think the Supreme Court would have something to say about that because that's illegal against the Constitution of these United States. You cannot incentivize criminals to do activities like that because that's against the law.
Yeah, but what if we just didn't tell the DOJ?
Excuse
I
me?
mean, what happens-
Well,
mean,
you
what
might be
happens-
in those games, Todd.
What happens
My name's
if
in fucking
it happens
Tom.
on overseas waters and they don't have jurisdiction over it? So
You can't ship criminals overseas.
Why don't we just open up like a
you guys are
jail
not
island and
listening.
send them to a jail
Voluntary.
island
It
and
is
see
a
what happens?
voluntary
You
situation where they
cannot
would
create.
volunteer.
They're not volunteers if they're prisoners.
I mean, it's up to them if they want.
So
it.
let's not
No.
Oh my
pretend
God!
that
Did
if-
anybody call the warden? Is the warden supposed to be here?
I did call the warden. He's in the group chat.
Oh my God!
We'll get the warden up here because they're gonna have to. Yeah, this is a whole. Where would this be, by the way? You said in the salt flats.
Yeah,
Not empty space there.
Kyle,
Oh
what?
boy.
I was thinking Kyle
What kind of
Perico.
hotboxing you guys did in that room with that chancellor, but
She
that
makes a good
sounds
point. Kate says say
highly
something.
immoral, highly illegal.
Yeah, I'm
getting
not
married
okay with
there.
putting. I don't care what people are doing. If they're not putting in the death penalty, they don't deserve to be sitting on the island, whether it's voluntary or not, to just murder each other. That's not going to happen.
Juniper?
I mean, it wasn't that I was forcing. It was just an idea that he wanted.
Juniper, we're talking about murder.
Hey, Juniper.
Hey, Juniper.
Hi, Juniper.
Oh, and another thing I should probably say, I'm looking to open the port so we could start importing and exporting more goods,
All right.
Oh,
There
yes.
we go.
Yes.
Nice.
So
I like how
I think that'll
all checked
also
out. He's
help,
just
but
doing-
it might
just doing
also
gardening.
make some more work for the police. So
What the fuck is that?
Hey, I don't know, but
Sorry,
it
wait.
says something about farms, so I'm reading it.
And
Sorry,
were
we
you,
had a
were you
weird
briefed on
dispatch
the
call.
pirate situation, Mayor?
I was not.
Okay. Nevertheless, the ports that's great. Love to open up some ports.
The
We do
numbers
have
are
a
here.
port authority already
The numbers are
established in
here.
a sense
Thank you, Torchak. I appreciate
that we
it.
could get going for that to make sure all the imports exports are up to code.
Say
Just
so. You're the DA here. I'll
Not
switch,
off
I'll
topic,
switch and
but
show you
on the
guys really
topic
quick.
of imports, I guess we're also against, like, let's say for example, a notorious criminal organization wanted to bring in a bunch of guns and they pay us for it. We'd be against that too, right?
Yes.
Well,
What the
Kate,
hell
I
are you
just
talking about?
Huh?
Well, just like if, for example, like somebody, like a warlord wanted to, ship a bunch of Class 2s into the city, and we sell it.
Excuse me, Bob?
For them, and we get money out of that for the
Excuse me?
budget. We'd be against that too, correct?
It's oddly specific, Bob.
That sounds very illegal.
Sounds very
It's
illegal.
hypothetical, and obviously I was against it.
Oh,
too.
this sounds
It's
like
obviously
putting
very
me in
illegal.
a
Actually,
hill
but
dome.
Class 2s are not illegal. Any person can own an AK-47.
There you go. I mean,
Oh,
maybe it should be a conversation.
And I can't have a
Maybe.
fucking shotgun.
Why would you want AK-47s on the street? That's ridiculous.
Why can't I have a shotgun?
You'd
at
have to have a
home?
license for an AK-47, is all I'm saying. But this is hypothetical, and obviously,
Come to the DMV for your AK.
I mean, I already said no, right? So
Jonathan?
yeah, I mean that would be illegal, right? We don't want to do illegal things as members of the government.
Jonathan,
I like this idea better than the putting them in a kill dome.
Shit.
Well, Christoph, as you're aware, the DOJ, is active in the city and they can change the laws and stuff. So legal is a matter of our penal code. But I agree. Yeah, that would be really messed up. So we probably shouldn't do that.
Is Harold playing darts are the biggest meeting the government's ever had?
He's
Almost.
playing
Yeah.
darts.
Yeah, he
I've got a great way to make money.
What's that?
We
Sean?
we charge people to add other people onto their registration for their vehicles. That way, if they want to
Actually, it's
drive
a
other
really good
people's
idea.
cars, they got to pay for it.
That's actually a really good idea.
And also, Jonathan, hopefully in the future, hopefully soon, we could do like a monthly vehicle registration. So every month, people have to pay a certain percentage of every vehicle.
I
they
have
own.
an AK.
Registration fees.
We're also
Skyler
going
has
to be
this-
raising prices
God,
here
Skyler has
soon. So
two
that
automatic
Oh,
rifles.
people will
in
love
garages.
that.
Oh God, everybody gonna hate goddamn government.
My thing
I mean,
is,
they already
they're gonna hate the DMV.
adding somebody to the registration, it's going to be really difficult for DOJ with that because if somebody wants to remove somebody from the registration, it's going to be really hard to do that.
I mean, word of mouth, profiles. I mean, it
Surely the
doesn't.
registered owner has full agency over that.
Exactly.
The registered owner would just file something in the administrative hearings docket and just request for removal, and then there'd be a contestation if there is blah blah blah. It's actually fairly easy.
And the more people on it, the more expensive it is.
I mean, wouldn't they just be able to go to the DMV and say, "Hey, I don't want this person on my registration
That's kind of
anymore"?
what I would
Like
think,
having
but
an
you know how
additional
it is.
driver on your insurance. It's not like a
Exactly.
Yeah, surely.
And what's going to happen when this person does a crime and allocates that that person's vehicle should be taken away? They're on the registration. Their vehicle can be taken away over the person that's technically purchased it.
Well, they're the ones that took that risk by putting them on it.
That's a
Yeah,
civil. That's a civil
the-
suit. It's
Put
not
that trust in
government's
them.
responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Just thinking of things to make you
Yeah.
guys think a
No,
little
it's a
It's
more.
an
good
honest
idea.
question.
Christoph, this is Juniper, by the way. This is the.
I
at
mean,
least
it
the
is their
Department of
problem.
Public
If
Safety
they
department.
choose, it's
Why
like
are you
having a
saying
criminal living in your house
Christoph
or
knows me?
letting
He's been on the phone with me every
In
day.
case you guys haven't formally introduced, this is Juniper, Christoph, Juniper. There
Nice
you
to
go.
meet you, Juniper.
I want to get the awkwardness out of the way.
Is,
Okay.
is Joe playing darts?
I think
Right.
you made it awkward.
Well, it's been pretty good. It's actually my lunchtime.
Huh?
What?
Where are you going?
Yeah,
What do
it's
you mean?
hi,
It's
Mrs.
last
B.
time.
Everything's settled, right? Christoph and Juniper are going to talk and money and all that.
It's 8 p.m., Bob.
What's for lunch?
I want to
had-
know how
Yeah,
much
it's just
money
being
I'm
paid.
Yeah,
getting.
it's 8:20.
Bob, look
have a
out!
brisket
Look
sandwich
outside.
in the. Oh, yeah, it's
It's-
kind of dark.
It's dusk.
Bob, you ain't getting out that easy. You better just join the ride.
I love that he just started playing darts.
Come on. Ain't slipping out that easy, Bob.
What did you say?
If we all have to sit through it, so do you.
Mr.
That's
Mayor,
up to- Yes, Sheriff.
I want a new building.
Where would you like that building, Sheriff?
Exactly where it is,
Why didn't Humphrey get invited?
but I want the front lobby facing south.
Oh.
Right now, the lobby is facing the back ass of a goddamn strip
We
mall.
lost our
strip
view.
mall.
We lost our view.
Oh yeah, that was kind of funny, in a terrible, horrible way.
So I'm gonna need budget for that. You know what I'm saying?
How much do you think that would cost?
Well, we could strip the building down, sell its raw materials, and then make a. I'd even have a cheaper building just as long as the
Do I have
front is
Christoph's
facing
number?
south. Know what I'm saying?
So
I
how much are you
also,
thinking?
am
Sorry,
gonna
Q.
need a new hospital.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? What money from Sloan and Davis?
Yeah. Actually, what money?
I don't
What
owe
money,
you.
Sloan?
I'm not owing you any money. Actually, myself, Ty, and Jerry paid for the building ourselves because I actually renovated the money
Jerry.
myself and I fundraised the money. And I got a building because I put money towards it.
Oh shit.
So
Am I
maybe
gonna
how
have to
about-
sell ass for a new hospital?
No.
No one has to
Jeez.
sell ass.
Hey,
I
want
just
Bahama Mamas. Do you want to go strip?
I just
Alright.
It's legal.
fundraised money
It is legal.
for things that I wanted.
It wouldn't hurt, Quimbly.
Jerry!
I was thinking about
What
doing
the-
it too, to be
I
honest.
mean, Quimbly, I know that you can make a fuck ton of money. Let's
I'm
be
just
real.
We
saying.
offer
Okay,
escorting.
Uh,
But I'll do
Junior,
it.
but could you provide some numbers
Harold?
on exactly what we're expending right now? Do you have those figures?
What's Harold doing?
Yeah, I do. So if 15
What's that
officers
Harold
work
doing?
a day for a week, that's $70,000.
What's that Harold?
70,000. That's only 15 officers as well.
Oh.
And that
Is
was
this
buying
including
bare mineral,
salaries?
not including salaries.
Oh.
This is just armory cost, and that's also not including them buying guns. So if it's guns, it's going to be even more. This is just bare necessities to be able to get on
Damn.
duty. So it's 70K a day, so that's about 300K a month. But
Hell is leaking all the secrets in the meeting of the nearest enemy state. Yeah.
enough to be able to
Basically.
use Flood City with actual police work.
He's just being Harold. He's having a good time.
I think $1 million a month would be great. And the reason why I'm saying $1 million is because then it gives time for officers to be able to work with it and see what they can do, as well as highway patrol be able to access cones, because right now cones are too expensive to be able to use. And then they can also focus on events for their own department. I haven't allocated, because I don't know everybody's income, to be able to tell what the wages are yet.
When you
That's
say
what
$1
I'm
million a month, are you saying like just for PD in general, or is that
That's-
per department?
Just PD in general per department. So 70K for, it's pretty much about 90K for LSSD, 70K for LSPD. Highway patrol is about 20K, and SASP,
Starts to
just the
pass
PD
out.
side, is about 20K as well. And that's only a week, not a month.
Okay.
I put 15K.
Hit him.
And
I mean,
two
like, I
counselors
kind of
getting 35
understand
and
Humphrey's
others. I didn't
point.
check it today to see what it's at.
Like, so I kind of understand Humphrey's
So
point.
$1 million would cover the
Also,
entire
step
police.
down. So it's like a combination of, do you want
Yeah,
to
$1
be
million
involved
to
or
cover
not?
the police, not including DOC or EMS, which I'm trying to handle as well.
Yeah, I mean, for EMS, we can't really afford any optional equipment at all.
I got 20K for you. Bob just has to transfer it. I put it in an
Yeah.
account. I don't have access to
But
it.
it's less about you and just more about like budget in general. You know, like you
Yeah,
know,
your
like a
guys'
scuba tank
oxygen
is $300. Yeah, things like flashlight for finding people in the dark. We can't afford. We just have a radio and MDW. That's it.
Could we
All
cut
the
down on
other
the
equipment,
flashlights
like
though to
protective
find
gear?
people?
Because it's
Bob, they're
dark,
search and
Bob.
rescue.
I'm trying to find ways we can,
Bob, we can sell flashlights
money.
and make money off of them.
I know.
It's
The,
like-
the DMV's been selling all kinds of stuff and making all kinds of profits. So, great.
I mean,
for
the
police
ambulance
departments.
does have really bright high beams.
The ambulance can't go into a
I
dark
love how
room and
Joe and
looking for
Harold
someone
are
in a
just
burning
fucking.
building.
How do we know that?
We're
What do you
not
mean,
trying.
Bob?
They're just playing
point.
darts.
Has it been tested?
I'm wrong.
They're
Also,
just
think we
playing
should
Do you
darts.
want me to
sell
try
that,
and
Including
get a
Greco and
fire truck
Chancellor,
in here?
everyone's in here.
I'm
That
just
being
saying
said,
we
I'm
have to
not
start
Papa
thinking
Greco's
outside
and
the
we're
All
gonna
box,
right,
play
hey,
folks.
how
darts.
about we both just
Go
start,
join them? No.
just actually
Skyler
stay on
wouldn't do
topic?
that.
That would be better.
$1 million a month for the PD alone. That's a
$1 million
lot.
a month for the PD alone.
That's a lot. Okay.
Torches. Have you ever thought
And
about
also
torches
this-
are free? Get
this-
stick, light
That's
on fire.
without salaries too.
That's not salaries. I don't have the math for the salaries to be able to do the salaries yet.
me.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Ann. It just is the way
Now,
it
this
is.
EMS helicopter situation, because that's going to be a big chunk of whatever you got, Christoph. I think we sell that old one because, I mean, who's gonna put it together? Where are we gonna get the parts
know,
from?
no,
we
I'm
need
fine,
that
I'm
helicopter.
fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we definitely do.
So I think we just sell
That's
that.
true. They're being just
sell
as
that one that ain't
productive.
got an engine and buy
We're
a new
having
one.
a good time. I want to play darts so bad.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea, Sheriff.
I love how Joe's on the
So
desk.
what's
What's the
even go
operating
for?
costs again, Sheriff?
But to buy one is 2.5 million. It's $2,500 an hour.
That's insane.
Yeah. And that's also like, if we want a new like ladder truck to rescue people who stuck up in things, that's about $1 million.
A million?
For a fire truck? Yes.
I would think it'd be like 300,000.
That's for
She one from the 80s or something, dog. We're gonna have to find that vintage model.
Yeah, let's get.
Dog.
Can we get the,
even a
cheap-
vintage
we get a
model
cheap
would be like 500 grand, but like an actual ladder
I really
truck,
shouldn't be here.
like a proper one, that's like $1 million, $2 million.
You're fine with the truck what you have now. We really gotta be very careful what we're spending our money on.
Yeah, I think
Buy a
doesn't have
blow-up pad and
ladder.
tell him
I
to
think
jump.
we can all agree that the EMS and search and rescue
I
need
think
a
EMS
helicopter.
deserve it.
Yes, they need
deserve
one
it.
badly.
Gotta pick and choose
So-
what you want.
How much did you say you got?
4.5 million.
Basically, yeah.
Why'd it go
That
down?
leaves-
He gave me 500,000 yesterday for the budget, and then
Uh-huh.
people pulling out paychecks. If people go pull out paychecks, it also affects the state account.
Okay.
Yes.
So that leaves us with 2 million to spread out. For over how long?
PD helicopter, PD helicopter, PD helicopter.
Just a month.
Right.
So we're gonna have to make it last.
What do you
For
mean?
the rest of July or for like one,
One
like a whole
full
month, from
one full
from
month.
what from
30
yesterday.
days.
Wait, so we're getting 5 million a month to run it? Is that you're saying?
I'm not sure if we're getting anything else after this. We'll have to see how it goes. The
Okay,
chancellor
so it's
said,
not. It sounds like indefinite, until we get
Lord.
paid again.
Okay,
And it sounds like it's
so
a loan
if this
too.
is not $5 million a month, oh my!
Listen, everyone, listen. Everyone, please calm down. Okay.
we need to see how
We ha-
things go. Sorry,
We
Sol.
have gotten $5 million. So we have $4.5 million. If we're buying the helicopter, we have $2 million left. Instead of freaking out of when we're gonna get the next paycheck, let's just figure out what we're gonna do with this $2 million right now. Let's figure
That's
out
what
what's
we're
in front
doing.
of us.
That's
okay,
what the
then.
conversation is.
EMS
Okay.
helicopter.
Okay,
yes.
I would actually just like to say that I think anything that comes with the budget, it shouldn't be anybody that's not actually messing with the budget, because we know where the money actually goes, and we know how.
Did
it's
Jerry
being
sneak
spent,
out? He did
and
sneak
I
out.
appreciate all the inputs,
fucking
but I
snuck
feel
out.
like EMS does deserve a helicopter.
Don't
They
understand
work
why
their ass
anyone
off.
is
They don't
entertaining
get
the idea of
anything.
blowing half the
They
money on
have
the
not got
helicopter.
anything really, and right now we need to focus on making sure getting money towards PD, just so armory costs, you guys don't even have to worry about that. You guys can focus on putting events together so you guys can actually just get new things too.
I'm
Okay,
curious
then why
on.
don't so LSPD and LSSD both have one each helicopter? Why don't we just give them one and just rebrand it? Get paint delivery. Yes, LSSD. Listen.
We
don't
have
cut me off,
one
please.
helicopter for the police.
LSSD and LSPD both have a helicopter each. There's 2 helicopters. Why don't we just give the EMS one of our helicopters and it
EMS
solves their
is
issue? No, Joe. I'm talking about something that actually works and gets up in the air. The bird correction flight. The
helicopter.
EMS
We need
EMS
one of our
doesn't work.
helicopters. We don't have helicopters.
We,
like-
PD has 2
So it's like
helicopters. Why don't we
500K
just
at
give
Building a
EMS
helicopter is
one?
gonna take some time.
I was about to say, do we even need helicopters right now? I don't think we need EMS need it for mountain rescue. Okay, I'm just gonna say that flat out. Mountain rescue is more necessary
Alexa,
over
stop.
PD needing it.
Do you not understand what I'm
Amen.
saying? I'm saying that we would give them one of our helicopters that we are not
We
currently
don't
using.
have helicopters.
What's told
I don't know
me
what
we
you're
have 2
talking about.
helicopters.
No,
Those
we
aren't-
have-
those aren't
we have
ours.
to. Oh,
What do you mean we
they're
have-
not ours?
No, they're
Oh,
not ours.
fuck.
What? Okay.
I
Wait,
thought they were
wait,
Jerry's.
whose helicopters are they?
That's Jerry.
Jerry's.
I think Jerry. That's his
Oh Lord.
We've been able to use them because we've had emergencies, like people stuck in places, right? We don't own those helicopters.
Also, I
Oh,
did
God.
want to let you know, my pilot did crash one of them.
God,
He's
God
also dead.
damn it, Jerry.
I don't know.
Oh my
Bad
God.
luck, guys. He was an alcoholic again.
Jerry, I'm screening your fucking
Luckily,
pilots from now
nobody
on.
was hurt besides the
The helicopter. And
It's
you're
a
like,
helicopter
"What happened in
pilot."
January?
Do
Sometimes
you
I wish
actually
you would.
have
You would.
pilots?
Pilots
God
die from
fucking
being
damn it.
drunk
Is
and
that the
flying.
one that you said you faked your death, Jerry?
No,
Okay.
no, that was the other one. That's why we
God.
got
No
fucking
helicopters now.
damn it.
Everybody
I got
calm
some.
down. Everybody calm down, okay?
Okay.
It's only 3.5 million for a police helicopter. We'll save that up.
Oh my god.
What?
Helicopters are very expensive.
Listen,
Oh,
we
so
can
our
save it.
helicopter's kind of cheap then.
So you lied to me.
Realistically speaking, what is the difference between an EMS helicopter and a PD
Different
helicopter?
equipment.
Yeah, they have different
Ours is
equipment.
very
Interior.
slim
Infrared,
and
right?
You
nimble.
get a bed in the helicopter. You get a.
It's
go-
so
Yeah, like
yeah,
good.
they
do a-
This
have
is-
to
this
have
is
all
great,
the
Chad.
life stuff to keep people
Sorry.
alive in there, all the
how's it going?
machines and shit.
And it's $1 million less than a PD helicopter?
Well,
we
yeah,
got all
because we
kinds of
don't
special
need
Yeah, but they have the
equipment in a police
surveillance and
helicopter.
guns and shit.
We have cameras
Okay,
and we
okay,
have
okay.
night vision and we have
Yep.
a lot of
It's
different.
different.
roll there. Oh.
They're also bigger. We have a small. I think the
Yeah.
EMS helicopter is like
Harold
really.
is
really
checked out.
slim.
When you
It's
get one
so
that small,
funny.
which means you can't carry too many people, which means if we were to upsize you to one that's more functional, that'd be even more expensive.
Yeah, so we're going for the cheap model that's small, so we can fit into the crevices and stuff. in there.
2.5 million.
All right, who's comfortable selling ass? Because we might have to
Me.
sell some ass for
I can
helicopters.
escort.
Sell
I
some
can
crevices.
escort.
Me.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I got
Okay.
behind mamas.
Now,
Should we
here's
do
what
like
I
an
think.
adopt a highway?
Here's what I
Yes.
think. For now, if there's 2 million left, LSSD takes 500, LSPD takes 500, and SASP and SAHP take 500, then there's 500 left for everybody else. Does that work?
Does that work for everyone?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I can work with $1 million because we already got 500. Unless you're not giving another 500.
Well, be 1.5 altogether.
I think it would
but
be 2
that's
million
including-
total. So 1.5
Yeah.
today for that for Juniper to divvy out. Then the helicopter for the EMS we need to put away that money. Whatever's left can be divvied out between the other
There'd be
organizations.
500
Right?
left.
Why does the PD get the? Yeah, that's true. I guess you guys are kind of the biggest in the.
Well, yeah, we gotta save for.
Yeah.
I mean, the EMS
Vehicles.
does have 120 employees.
Yeah, I've got about 50 employees in my hospital. We need to move. That Zona is a mess.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so the
Now-
reason
now
why
what I'm saying is, if this budget goes directly to our budget accounts to be used for the likes of the armory or vehicles or construction
Yeah, he
for
just keeps
buildings,
going up.
and hopefully whatever's going into the state.
Where are
should
these
cover
90
everybody's
employees?
salaries because we're
Isaac,
not
it's good to
taking
see
out
you.
of that to cover.
Where are these
the
90
expenses.
employees?
Yep.
Know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
So-
And also, PD has more coming out of like armory costs as well as repairs. You guys don't have that, so yeah, they may be getting a little more money than you guys, but you guys are probably gonna be ending up saving more money than the PD in the long
I
run.
like that Zona is used because I've only ever played
Don't
2 servers.
repairs out of pocket.
But
Also, just so everyone is
everyone has issues
aware,
with it.
I did go through the rosters the other day, and I tallied up how many government workers are actually hired. Now, are they active? Probably not. But this state employs over 850 people.
Huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, 850 people. Now that number can, has a little bit of wiggle room, probably 30 or so. And I'm not talking like less. I'm talking 30 more employees. But it's around 850.
Damn, that's a lot of
Ew.
money.
Well, that
Which means
counts
at
animals.
one point in time, that's within the 30. But that means at any point in time, somebody can basically go collect their paycheck, because obviously they've most likely been on duty
Kate.
at some point.
We'll
So
just say Kate hasn't collected her paycheck since February, guys. So we're just waiting for that.
what?
It's
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
another Sargon incident of $120,000. Just poof.
Okay.
Who hasn't
Nah.
collected
What
their
about Anna? Anna, do you need anything?
Anna,
She
I feel like
animals.
you've been-
we need to make sure
yeah.
the animals are good.
I don't have an operating room. I've been working at a
Can,
Zona. I
can
definitely
she
need one of
also
those.
not be called other anymore? Please, dear God, please change that.
They're not.
Oh,
It
she's-
is.
She's
I
done.
think it's changed.
is.
It's
yeah.
done.
It's changed.
Monday or something.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Well, yeah,
thank
we
you,
need
God.
a vet clinic. That's gonna be expensive.
So we
Oh my
work
God, what
at
if they
La
take over
Fuente
Zona?
Blanca, but we don't have an operating room there.
Right.
Now, Zona needs to be demolished. That place is, it's bad.
I'm fine staying where I'm at. I just needed that one space.
No, it's
Yeah,
probably the
she's just
MLO.
operating
Zona's
room.
gonna be some good money.
You need somebody just to set it
Yeah,
up
but
for
we need
you?
another hospital.
it's
Woods.
probably-
We can't just
Yeah.
demolish Zona and I'm working
Well,
out
no,
the, on
not
the
demolish
street.
it, you know, sell it how it is to some private company, and then the state gets from somewhere else.
That
Ew.
Maybe downsize a little bit.
Who would buy
I
it?
don't know about that one.
Like a big pharma company or something.
A big pharma.
Good.
Oh God,
You know?
no.
Ew, I don't want big
Oh,
pharma.
come on! Like we talked
I know
about
a
Death
couple of
Island
people.
like
It's
15
either
minutes
Death
ago. Why
Island
can't
or
we
Big
talk
Pharma.
about?
You gotta pick one.
Or they have Big Pharma over Death Island.
I'm getting
Yeah,
married
I mean,
on that
Hans is
island,
really
so can we
nice.
wait?
You know, the guy from Germany is
What
really
is
nice.
Jerry
So why don't you
doing?
bust out your Amex card
Brother Cam, I
then?
guess.
All right, Mr. Mayor. Wait, who else have we got in here? We got the DMV.
Everybody.
You need money for
The
cars.
DA?
You got,
Hi.
actually, you can have. Oh, okay. What do you need?
Oh, I text Christoph about it. The DA's runs around with bonuses. If we get bonuses, it runs anywhere between 54 and 100. So 54 is our minimum costs, and that includes like hoping that our fleet vehicles are repaired because people just like to run and beat the shit out of them. That includes making sure that any court costs and things are paid on our end. So 54 to 100 is what we would need. 100 is max.
What are the bonuses
not
for?
bad.
Performance. So like when we send people to the death penalty, we do a certain number of calves, things like that. And that's the whole month. That's the
100,000?
entire month. Yeah, that's the entire month.
You get a
That's not
bonus
bad.
for death penalty, and you have an issue with Death Island. Just to be
No,
clear.
I'm gave an example. So, for example, we're talking about the Scott Cook case where we have people working 60 to 90 hours. I had an ADA work 86 hours in 1 week.
Oh God.
And that was on the Scott Cook case because of how detailed and everything was. So,
Okay. Now. Okay, so that's 100. So we got 400 left.
boom, easy.
What's the operating cost for EMS?
Well,
that
we've been
was just a
scraping
round
the barrel
number.
the entire time, so we haven't bought
When
any
I go, I
protective
pull.
gear or any,
I'm not joking, chat.
anything. You know,
Katie,
so
Katie
it's
St.
hard to
Clair worked
say.
86 hours in 6
But,
days.
I mean, it could be a couple 100,000.
Zero
A
pushback.
month?
Well,
Zero
if we'd actually want to be able to save people, yes.
All right, so we need
Okay.
more money then. We need more money.
So 200,000.
Well, to be fair, everyone
But
also
now we
trusts
got
Skyler.
200,000 left. Okay. Did you have your hand up, Harold?
So okay, hold on. This is 200,000 left of the 4.5 million.
No, of the extra 500,000 after he takes out for the other police departments.
So, yeah, basically.
I have no
basically,
idea.
Yep.
And Skyler's not going to
Uh,
question it.
So then
Okay,
we
so
got.
wait, what about the prison too? Like, I'm trying to look at all of us
DO
around the room. Does DOC got
DOC
shit too?
Shit, yeah.
DOC is part of the PD. Technically, I have to send them the budget, but they haven't even talked to me about
Okay.
it. So
I think he said
They
like
got
maybe
a lot of
10,000 a
equipment, too,
week.
now I think about
they
it.
have a lot of equipment. So they're going to probably need. I haven't done their math yet, but if a lower department of ours, no offense, lower departments, but like less people in it, like highway patrollers, SA, SAP.
I think the DA's office and the DOJ
they
are the
probably
only
need
ones
about
that get
7K a
bonuses.
day to run. So maybe
Dear
like
God, we put so much fucking
about
work.
100,000 would be okay.
I'm not
for them,
joking.
but maybe a little more, maybe like
Here,
150.
I will pull.
DOJ that's here?
Uh-oh.
Sworn?
I invited
Shit,
Montag.
there's so many
I
departments.
invited
Montag's
Montag.
Montag's not DOC.
DOJ.
We're not talking about that.
Listen to me. I have invited every single government faction. I have talked to people, talked to judges in person.
Here, I'll pull it.
I talked
Just
to
for example,
the
so
warden.
we
I have wardens in
want
the group chat. If they didn't come, it's because they weren't
State
able
attorney.
to, or they just didn't come. So
last
Okay,
over
so-
the
anyone has
last
an issue
week.
with it, they can go and
so we'll
come
just
to me
do
directly
over the
after
last
meeting
week.
instead of discussing it.
And this is
going to
be a low number.
Thank you.
So 100 to
Skyler's
the
work.
DOC.
I would
That
say
leaves-
150 to DOC.
But then it only leaves us 50 grand.
Okay, so what I have right now is 500K to EMS, 500K to PD, 150K to
No,
DOC.
so- no, not 500K to EMS.
Where's Skyler's sign
Okay,
bonus?
then how much is EMS?
For acting DA?
Uh,
It's that she can run her own goddamn
200.
department.
The EMS don't need as much equipment as the police, no?
No, they don't.
Well, no, probably not. But we do need, gloves, masks, eye protection, fire extinguishers.
I'm gonna pull up-
oxygen tanks.
Here, I'll pull the.
There's a lot of
Nothing that's as expensive as
single-use
the likes of.
things.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like you throw away a glove, like you empty a box.
Yeah.
A day.
Actually,
What
is-
I'm saying is, it's
Winters,
not
are you
as
really good at
expensive as the
Excel
likes of a
stuff?
Pistol, taser, or taser cartridges.
Are you able to count like
all
time?
that jazz?
I don't know how much is a taser cartridge.
I don't know. Somebody tell me.
$10.
Over the last week, I've clocked in and out. I've
Yeah, so our
clocked
fire
in
extinguishers
72 times.
Are
Yeah,
$300
oxygen
a
tanks are
piece.
300 single use.
Pog being able
Okay.
to afford gloves.
Yeah, good.
I don't
It
know.
also depends on how long or how often you're using this equipment too.
I mean,
Well,
EMS is doing
gloves we
water
use every
rescues all
day.
day.
Saline bag,
Skyler
single
worked
use,
7 days.
$100.
Okay. Well, let's just go with.
I say 300K. And if it's
300.
less, we can.
Winner.
That
I mean,
means
we
no,
can always
no money,
Give me
no
some
money
money
back.
already.
Okay, if you give me what departments you want me to divvy
Okay,
out
it-
to and how
it-
much, I can do it.
Okay, here's the number so far: 2.5 million for the EMS helicopter, 500 for the LSSD, 500 for the LSPD, 500 for the SASP and the SAHP.
Hey, Jonathan.
Yo.
You have 5 overdue fines.
Oh yeah, I
Oh
know.
my God.
Gotta pay that.
You really
right
should
now,
pay
buddy.
those.
Pay
I
them
can help
now.
you if you need me to.
Right
So he has a
now,
3-piece
hold on.
suit and 5 overdue
Okay, well,
fines.
Wait,
Please,
if you guys are
guys,
doing
this
the-
isn't the
okay,
topic of the
okay,
meeting,
if you
alright?
actually are doing the fines, can you just go in and the side room and do the fines real quick?
Okay, so that leaves us
Don't
with.
worry, we'll take care of it.
Does that
I'll
leave
do
us
it
with
later.
$1 million?
That's Jonathan
Confused.
Sterling.
I'm doing the math right now. It's 100.
He does have
it's
5 overdue fines. Look at that.
1.9. It's almost about 2 million that this is right now.
Right. Okay.
And that's 200K to EMS, 500K to LSPD, 500K to LSSD. Split the 500K between SASP, which they
No,
don't
no,
really
no.
need that much.
No, no, no,
but
no, no, no. So altogether to the police, it's 1.5 million.
Damn,
yeah,
look at that.
1.5 million
Possession of a controlled
to
dangerous
the
substance and
PD,
driving on the sidewalk.
200K to EMS, 150K to DOC so far.
Pled not guilty.
Okay. What's that
And
leave
then
us
the
with?
2.5 with the helicopter. 1 second.
There's only 150,000 left.
150
Yeah,
left.
Yeah, give it to the farmers.
The hospital could always use some extra money for that, saving up for a building.
Okay,
Yeah,
again,
but, you know,
hold on.
The farming
Again,
stimulus to, help the food economy and reduce price of food.
Are we
Yeah.
taking a
Great.
break?
I will just
you
say
guys,
this.
this is part of the 4.5 that he's talked about, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Then that means that we have to prepare as well for
the state
salaries.
No, 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 no. Because we're not, all the expenses aren't coming out of the accounts anymore. We got some money sitting in the state to pay the salaries. So that means that hopefully it should be able to keep itself topped up to pay salaries based on taxes and everything else, because we don't have expenses coming out of it for the likes of the armories and everything.
We also
Yeah.
have
No, I understand
fines
that,
and
but
just, like fines are going to be coming in very soon and
oh,
everything. So
absolutely. But also, we do need to factor in people like Kate here, who has not picked up her paycheck since February.
Yeah, that's kind of
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
That's
going to
be a good chunk.
Right, that's an edge case, though. It might be a good chunk, but
That's Kate hasn't picked her
I think
paycheck
we
up
should
had
since
an
bet on the fact
EMS.
that it'll keep itself
To be
topped
fair, she
up.
doesn't really.
Yeah, so
You had an
EMS.
EMS do that. That was a $120,000 paycheck.
I think
Yeah.
Harold has his hand up.
Yeah.
Why are we using all this money that we got at a one-time thing to, chop each other up instead of using it to create more money via investment? I'm just a farmer, but should we be using this money to
Damn.
create opportunities to make more money?
Damn.
Am I just
We're
Put it
also
all
not
on
a
red.
private enterprise, Harold.
Yeah, we're a state.
Well,
A state that's
okay.
got to generate income for the state.
If you guys have weapons in the armory that you're able to use, then you guys are actually providing more arrests for people, which is going to generate more tickets for fines and more people to be able to arrest these people. And who the fuck is this?
It's probing crooks.
DJ, get back on patrol, please.
There's nobody on patrol though. Boring.
But we also need ways to make more money, right? So.
But
but
they
that-
should
that-
have that. You can do more like things around the city.
No,
that-
we shouldn't be making. We shouldn't be trying to make the. I understand we gotta collect on fines, but that shouldn't be how the state makes money.
Yeah,
The
business.
state makes money by supporting businesses and making taxes.
Expert.
And import, export. That's not our problem. I understand what you're saying, Harold. Maybe I mean.
That's
sure
kind of my
the-
problem as the Fellowship of Farmers and Agriculture, right? Which is a government entity that I'm a member of, as well as
fair enough.
Siege. Oh, yeah, we put a lot of money into the farming. We start getting our produce, put it on the boats, the mainland starts buying it. It's a lot of money for the state.
Are we not still blockaded?
The mayor said in this meeting opening up the ports.
Which also means
We can
more
buy
illegal
stuff.
stuff, which means more fines.
That's right.
Which means more dirty money, which means the state
My money
falls
to
apart.
seize.
It's a vicious cycle.
Is this only about the budget? Like, are we just talking about money this whole time? Is that
I
it?
mean, that's why I said we
Yeah.
probably didn't need this many people here. If it's just talking about a budget, it should have just been a few.
Really
select
should have
few.
been one-on-ones with different departments.
Yeah,
I think.
because
talk
at
about
this
other
point,
stuff.
We are
is
here.
there
We need
other
to-
things
we need to
anybody
figure out
needs
how
to
to
bring up
split
while
it.
we're here? Because if I have to hear one more thing about this stupid budget, I'm jumping out the window.
Yeah, but the whole point of this meeting was to make sure we're all here so we can all say what we want to say. Every single person here has a reason to be here. We're all heads of a department. So I don't think
we're all figuring out how to split
Yeah.
up the money in a fair way.
we're trying to make sure. Because then if we had one-on-ones, you know for a fact that some of y'all would end up in our fucking group chat being like, oh my God, the other department stabbed me in the back because we didn't even know about it, you know? So,
No, they can stab me in the back. If it's anything involving the budget, they can come to me and talk to me about it, and then I can.
it's better
discuss
that we're
it
just
too. I
have
need
this
to.
open floor and just get it done, and we are getting it done. We've already allocated everything, and we were already discussing it. Sure, some people were missed, and
we
that's
got-
an
we got-
oversight, and that's unfortunate. But things
we
can be
got-
solved for another meeting next time.
Yeah, I'm just saying we should not do this big ass meeting because everyone has different issues here, and obviously Juniper is working with a bunch of people that weren't even involved in this to begin with, which is fine. But having like this giant meeting where everyone's just I need this, I need that, I don't know how we're gonna get anything done. I originally came in here, I thought this was
we
gonna be a
have
mayor
got it
introducing
done.
themselves, and we would introduce our departments and what we do. This has turned into how we're gonna spend $5 million in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like if we needed to talk to each other about something interdepartmentally, like does somebody have an issue with this? Does someone have an issue with that? Right? I thought that's
We
how
can
it
also
was.
do that,
You
but
could
the
do that
budget's
now,
just
yeah.
yeah, but the budget's just a big contention, and we've solved it. We've already literally we just allocated it. We just had this discussion. I'm sorry it took
We
like
still we don't have the person
an
here.
hour.
I noticed that we are missing members of
As I
our
said,
DOJ.
SHP,
Respectfully,
SISP.
sir.
I don't know where Greco is.
Greco
we're-
said
Greco
he
said
can't
he was
make it in the
busy.
text
Yeah, he said
message.
he was
Actually,
busy.
I made a group chat and invited government leaders that are head of a department.
This is not about you. What I'm saying is, we're gonna. this isn't where the conversation ends. If it's just about the 4.5 million, because there's stuff that we're not accounting for in this room right now. That's not even to mention like what the state plans to do with, like what the mayor wants to do with that money. Because if there's nothing left, does the mayor just sit on his ass? No
Yeah,
offense,
yeah.
I
Christoph.
don't understand why we're focusing on the negative and not the positive of what this entire meeting brought, which was us solving a lot of things. Sure, there's some negative stuff that we can fix, and we can still go have those meetings now with the people that we've realized that we've missed. But we've actually solved a good amount of the budget issues, and now we can move on to talking about interdepartmental stuff and move on from that.
As long as I get my money, I'm happy. Let's move on.
We're getting a helicopter, Bob.
I'll make sure you get.
That's
money,
great.
Sheriff, okay?
I generally am glad that EMS Funny has a helicopter.
It means we can save more lives.
I need a Zen session after this.
I honestly think it's
drinking,
insane
I'm
that we
drinking
even
tonight.
got this amount of people and Sloan got this amount of people at the same time in this room. When has that happened? Sorry that she missed 2 people. Her bad.
Again, this is not about who. Missing the point. The money that we're talking about is still unaccounted for other departments. That's what I'm saying. Would have been better to have an organized, series of meetings where everyone could propose whatever they need, and then the money could be divvied out at the end of those meetings concluded. That's all.
Yeah.
Having just everyone shouting, this and that, and that's what this has turned into.
Well, let's not finalize everything now. The mayor's got.
I haven't heard about the
Simplify
FIB
salads,
and what their station still needs. I haven't heard about the DMV cars, right? Jerry's been sitting on his ass over there near the coffee table for the past goddamn hour and a half.
Well, maybe Juniper and the mayor can kind of get together and do the kind of one-on-ones with each department, and then kind of go from there.
That would be
'Cause
good.
That might be a more productive use of our time.
Jerry Match. Yeah, he's just been chilling over there.
We could do that, Juniper.
Goddamn
No,
mantis.
I don't mind.
We kind of already did that on the hospital roof.
Yep, I know. That's why I kind of already in my mind knew what I was doing.
Christoph, is there anything you want to talk to us outside of the budget, since you do have all of us here?
I'm sick of hearing about the budget. I want to hear about it again.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to let you guys know about the opening of
Oh,
the ports.
thank fucking God.
Because I think that'll be good. I have some other ideas. You know, by opening the ports, maybe we could start exporting some like of our natural resources. You know, maybe we could start like a lumber industry. Oil rig. That was By Slaughter's
God.
idea.
What we have on land oil
The fuck we need an oil rig for?
Good money. Actually, really good money export. Like,
Yeah.
I really hate
I mean, with the
oil.
ports
Solve
open.
pretty much all budget issues.
Fuck oil.
Fuck oil.
And it also gives jobs to people.
The biggest
why
question.
is oil a bad thing when it just gives work up to
Kills
Toledo
birds.
and
Animals love the oil.
So my question on that is our shore even viable to have an oil rig, or would it
We
just?
have the Muerto oil fields, right?
Well,
We
I meant
already
I meant
have an
off the
oil
shore.
field with pumps on it.
Oh God.
We have to get an
Well,
EPA
I would like
report on
to.
that.
I would like to make a request, Mr. Mayor. Now that we got police up there, that Toledo gets a little bit more love. You know, supporting some businesses up there. Well, I don't know if you got any plans for that.
yeah, he just said about getting the lumber yard up and running and stuff, and a port.
The lumberyard
Yeah, and
would be a
also-
really
About
good
the
job.
chicken factory.
Well, if we're gonna be importing a lot of goods through the ports, we're gonna need a
I really
place
need to
to
look at this.
store all of these things. So maybe we
What
could
is
open
this?
some, you know, like storage warehouses in Polito. This way we could store everything that we're importing,
Yeah,
It's a
it's
good
fine.
idea.
That's fine.
and that would bring a lot of business, you know, to
20K,
Polito,
20K, 20K.
That would.
delivering things to different factory, you know, warehouses and just
Storage
around the
also needs
city.
security, things like that. Like, there's multiple avenues you can go there as well.
Polito kind of turning into the distribution kind of area of a state.
It's my SOPs.
Also,
yeah.
getting traffic up there as well would help fund things like the
Exactly.
gas
I haven't
station,
gone- I haven't
the other
gone to-
businesses.
I
People need
haven't,
food, people need
I'll show
other
you guys
things.
after.
So getting any kind of
Those are
traffic
my
up there would help
SOPs.
all that.
The future grocery store that's going to be opening up there.
Ooh,
Sounds like we need to
The
open
grocery
up
store
the
I'm super excited for.
fire station up there
the real
too.
estate in Polito would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many people who want to spend hundreds of thousands on houses.
True.
I mean, there's a
I
suspension
think
of
I've been
disbelief for a
contacted
lot
by
of
like
things.
at least 20 people by now saying that they want to buy houses up in Polito.
Grapeseed is already burnt out. Sandy
Hi,
Rose,
hello.
The real estate people yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
down
she's
in
one of them.
California, you know, they might
Yes,
say they wanna
Heather and I
sell it.
would like to buy a house. We have a feeling we know who's going to undercut us.
I mean, I kind of want to say from Mirror Park, I would like that to end up the real estate opening up there.
Mirror Park as well, yeah.
You can't afford it.
I can't afford it.
No.
Why is
Okay.
Jerry sitting away from everybody?
He's inching his way closer to the elevator as we speak.
Jerry, I'm going to grab you by the ear and drag you back into the circle.
But I did come up with a way to potentially help with the
You-
overpopulation
you
of
also have to-
vehicles.
you also
and
have to
at the
consider,
same time,
like, this is supposed to be the size of California, right?
I've been
Like,
doing a lot of
realistically,
community policing and talking
but
to people
everything is
out on the
crunched because of
streets,
video game
and the biggest
limitations.
big consensus that I
So,
got
like, the
back
suspension
was
of disbelief is there
people
is a
don't
fuck
like
ton of
the amount
trees.
of vehicles
No,
that they
this is
own.
huge. That's why people
because
go,
there's no
"Oh,
way
I
for
don't want to
them
go to Polito."
sell those legally right
Yep.
now. And they want to be able to do that. So maybe some kind of system for that would be good. DMV, just saying, maybe you want to look into that.
Irene, welcome in.
But
Crush them
I also
too.
was thinking of doing a thing where basically people can bring their vehicles, and I'm already working with Greco on this.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's a few
in for
hours
an
drive.
evaluation. Speed is going to head it up, and we'll basically assess a vehicle's resale value and exchange it for a portion of their fines that they own, and then we will resell the car for a higher value.
I think
Basically, so the state earns money, people get rid of their cars that they don't want, and get to pay their fines off. And we
Ooh.
earn even more money back on top of that because we'll
Hi,
obviously
Jennifer.
we'll value the car on its resellability value, on how much it was worth, you know, things like that. to make sure that we
Harold's
don't lose
is
money from it.
drinking. Harold's
And we're gonna have
Joe.
on the weekend that she's doing it, we're gonna have judges available to take cash payment as well. So
Which is
people
huge,
can, yeah, people can pay cash for their fines.
It's actually really good ideas.
Well, then even on top of that, we could open up hopefully some dealerships around the city, and
Yes,
then people would be
please.
able to sell their cars, to these dealerships for money for their fines, and hopefully, if the ports get open soon, we can get some imported cars, and the dealerships can sell these cars. Who knows? Maybe some
I
car
love
parts
that
might
Miles
get
is just
imported
doing
as
the
well. That
sound
would be good, I
effects.
think.
That would be amazing. Drive a lot of business to mechanic shops and places like that. So
True.
Oh, faster
Needs
cars.
more taxes. Sorry, Juniper.
Oh no, faster cars, maybe better PD cars.
I would like to eventually, but there are other priorities right now, in my opinion, that I would rather put over me getting a better car for my unit. I actually just want things like stop sticks right now. That's a thing that I really would like over a spike strip. I would like a stop stick. If you don't know what that is, it is a triangle stick that you throw in front of a tire. It basically lodges under the tire to stop it spinning. It's less violent than a spike strip, which would remove the entire tire.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, they're a lot less violent than spike strips and a lot less dangerous. So yeah,
It was
that's
just for the
something I
grapplers,
would
right,
like.
Pand?
Huh.
What's that?
The grapplers that you put in the front of a car. to get
Those
the
are
hot
cool.
footage.
Yeah. Those are things that I went back to the mainland the other week to start talking to some companies and seeing how much it would cost. But I'm stuck in corporate limbo right now of them getting back to me about budgets and stuff. So yeah, I know.
That's
And
cool.
just short in a chair bed and
Triangles
standing
are
around
super
meetings
ridiculous.
talking about user stuff for hours.
But I do
That's
just
a
want
red
to
one.
say, if there are any departments who have anything that they want to work with the PD on, I'm more than happy to help. I mean, there's some people out there
Turn
who
Carl
want to do like
remotely. EMPs are
fundraisers and stuff, and I want to
dangerous.
support that.
Plus, you wouldn't be
So,
able to turn off phones canonically.
If there's
It wouldn't
anything
necessarily work with
that you
there.
guys need to do fundraisers, if you need police support,
Because
like,
having
I'm more than happy
having a phone
to help.
isn't. It just basically having a phone in your
Honda
inventory
actually might
allows
need
you to access the
tomorrow,
browser.
unless your husband doesn't do it.
So you basically have to remove the phone.
What,
and
the
have to
roast?
delete the phone off your like.
He'll be there. I'll make sure.
It's got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
I think I think
Love that smile off your
I think
face.
Miss dropped out of it.
No.
Somebody's got to convince him.
Get Weems. Get Weems.
Yeah,
I'm
Weems will be a
trying to
good
get
one.
I already tried to get Weems to even just be MC. He said no because we were hoping that they can roast at Weems. Actually, I'll ask Weems.
He might need the money.
Oh, hey, Faraday.
Yeah, hello.
Hello,
Hi there.
Faraday. Are we wrapping up? Or is there anything
Oh,
else?
is there anything else? I just want to say, is there anything else anyone wants to bring up about their stuff that they want to talk about? Like, I just kind of went with
radio
mine and
access again?
encourage other people. Radio access?
Yeah, vets don't have radio access.
Oh.
It's stupid they don't.
Yeah, I don't see why not. That
Oh
might be
my
just a
God,
thing
Winters.
to pass on to IT. But
Just to give you an idea, Winters just did the math. Skyler has I have
Where
worked
you,
on
that's
Skyler
very-
106
Yeah.
hours in the
Mickey.
last 7 days.
Okay.
Hello, Mickey.
Hello.
Yeah, we're
How
trying to
are
get that
you?
sorted, Anna.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's an IT question, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have anything they want to discuss while we're here?
Yes, I have one thing before we go. I just want to say you are
I'm gonna say it, Wildflower.
all invited to
Go
my
test the
wedding.
Wildflower.
It's going to be
Am I
on an
okay?
island, a
Yeah,
private
I'm fine.
An
island.
original idea.
Do we have a date?
No date yet.
God
But
damn it.
it's coming. You're all invited. Open bar.
Is it in San Andreas?
Oh, there's open bar?
territory, United States, international, you know, like,
Sure, yeah.
You should
We
probably
need
get a date
Well,
and a
I just wondered if,
location
like, your
before you invite
girlfriend
people to.
crashed
Yeah,
the
supposed to
wedding,
save
you
the
know,
dates
Jerry.
first. Like, yeah.
I
Did
need
Jerry-
details to send invites out, Jerry.
Did you talk to Tori too?
Kao Perico is the name of the island. So
Where?
I'll see you guys there.
Hey,
Original
Jerry.
wedding.
Before you
leaving
go, how
already?
about that $10 million for refurbishing that building?
Where are my trank guns?
And how much of that have you streamed?
Mayor, do you have any
like
concerns
like 10 of it?
about the city at all, or is it kind of chill?
I think everything is pretty chill right now. I think.
Other than the 100 people who got injured in explosions at the Red Garage a couple of days ago.
Oh, they got a
Yes.
slosh rating of F, by the way.
Oh, good.
Politely,
I think
could I
everything's
have
okay.
a recap of everything that I missed?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
Mickey's
We
not
were just
happy.
talking about budget, how the mayor's office would like. The mayor's office basically wants to know how
Ain't no
much
fucking
we
way I'm
use.
streaming 100
Juniper's come
hours.
forward with all the information. So she's going to be passing that along. So everyone could get a budget. We basically, the mayor's office got some money from the chancellor on a loan kind of thing. I think, right, mayor? Is that a loan? Is that the word I'm using?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. So
I
there's some budget to be handed
basically
out.
had to sell my soul, but everything will be fine.
What soul?
Nothing.
Kiss again.
What?
Soldier
Eh.
soul.
Anyway, we got the money, and that's the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
I have a really expensive soul. $5 million? What the fuck?
I try to get 10. I guess he didn't think it was worth that much.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So how are we paying it back?
Well, you don't worry
Think of
about
like
that.
A blood pat.
I'll handle that,
I'm very worried about that.
Christoph, is there a
Tax
time frame for payback, or
We'll see how things
Leave it
look
to the
after a
next
month.
mayor, huh?
We'll see how
Wink,
things
wink.
look after a month.
Wait, is that your plan?
No, that's not my plan. We'll see how things go after a month, and then who knows? I'll either pay it back or I won't. We'll see how things go.
Oh my
But
god.
hopefully, I'll be able to get more money if things go well. The chancellor did say, he
Ron,
wants to see
Ron coming out of nowhere.
this state really flourishing. New buildings, new vehicles. So we need to all work together and do our part. This way, we can get more money down the road.
okay?
Is there anything that you as the mayor would like to see specifically outside of your relationship with the chancellor now? With
Yes,
the
yes.
Soul selling.
One thing I definitely
Hi,
want
Connor, hope
to
you're well.
see happen is I think we need more places to spend cash. I believe a lot of people are sitting on a lot of cash. So if stores like the convenience stores and even like ammunition, when you go get gas, if we could accept cash at those stores, I think it would be very beneficial.
Why don't they just deposit it?
Well, I can't speak for them. I think they would prefer to spend the cash. So I think we should give them options.
I think there might be boomers, the boomers, they don't like to trust the banks.
I don't trust the bank.
I don't trust the
Yeah.
bank.
Me
I've
either.
got loads of cash hidden inside a grapeseed chest department.
I mean, Lord,
Where'd
we
you
saw
get it
what
all?
fucking happened with the Fleeca Bank not even a couple weeks ago, so I wouldn't be surprised why people don't trust the bank.
I keep my money in gold bars.
Huh?
Yeah, do you?
And hopefully,
The
if
silence. The
everything
fucking
works out
silence.
well and businesses are flourishing in the state, hopefully we could, when people receive payments from these businesses, we could tax those payments. So when they pay their employees, we can tax that money just in case people are putting different cash into businesses. That's a way we as a government can, make money off of their money.
That's good.
Income tax, correct.
Must be funny. All right. The only other thing that I did want to start bringing up is, Mayor, what would you think about bounties being a thing for certain warrants or even certain people that we want to go after, like information-wise? And so it's a kind of a Juniper question as well because it does kind of pertain to budget. But would you be willing, if I came forward, like with people, to support that, or is that not something that you want to support? Talk about like putting like a set amount of money to reward like an officer for catching, deputy, whatever, like, somebody.
Oh, I like that.
To incentivize them, especially in the street racing scene is important that we want to focus on certain people, and rewarding that is good, because the big feedback I get from my officers is not getting recognition, and I really do think like some kind of payment towards them is a good recognition of that.
I think that's something we could definitely do. I'll talk to Juniper about that to figure out, I guess
Woods
exactly
went
how
over there
much
to
we
look at
could
the darts.
allocate for that. But I think it's good to incentivize people, especially if we're bringing money in from that as well, right? If we're
Yeah, it would obviously be like
and stopping crime, right? So that's important
yes.
as well.
And talk about like people who's like fine for bringing them in would obviously be like more than the actual bounty is, but
I'm gonna be honest. If somebody has like a 20K fine, I do not mind giving like 1K to that officer for catching somebody.
Yep.
Yeah,
Isn't that what the bounty hunter program is? Tell me if I'm wrong here, but Strong Rock? Is that not how the entire program
From what I
operates?
imagine
Is to
she's
collect
saying is
on the
cops-
bounties?
Well, no. She's saying cops arrest people and they get money for going after big warrants, right?
Yeah.
But
Bounty
only
hunters
if
go
they have an
after people
outstanding
with-
fine, right?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying, like, if someone's wanted, incentivizes people to go for that, and it also lets them feel recognized for the work that they did.
So extra money out of like your, say, LSPD budget. You're
Yeah,
part of
but also
LSPD.
I would request like a little bit of extra allocation for that.
God damn it, Coco.
I'm
About
not
the
talking.
budget, so-
I'm not talking like 20K
Oh, I'm
thing. I'm
busting
talking like a couple of grand, for an arrest. But I would balance it per wanting to be arrested for, obviously. But yeah. Especially in things like, for example, information. I want to reward people for bringing me information, especially, and
Or
going
like a
out of their way to
CI.
do that. Oh,
Well, not CI,
they don't say eyes, but
I would say like once we actually get the budget fully running operational fully, that would be something in your outline if you have something that you want to do to help encourage officers more by giving them an incentive, you can put it towards the budget.
yeah, because
that's
basically
just something
I'm
to
getting from them is just, they want recognition, and promotions are all good, but we can't exactly promote someone every week that they don't feel like they get recognition, and we can get them shout outs in
Yeah.
meetings, which is what we do, and it's
Veronica
helping,
should
but I think a little bit
definitely-
extra doesn't hurt.
Definitely get
Especially,
some sort of bonus.
some of my officers feel
Some of those
happy. That's
arrests
what I want.
require so much investigation.
And also, maybe we could try to reduce the amount of time for people to pay fines, maybe from 21 days to like 14.
Ooh.
That's not really going to change it.
You don't think?
No. People just aren't paying fines.
They just aren't paying. If you
What
look
if
at
we
the fines, they're just not
seize
paying.
their money after a certain amount of days?
What money? It's cash.
We're already working on that
Cars?
kind of aspect. Wait, that's
yeah,
the
Bank accounts, houses.
that's literally
it's a
what I
good
do.
Idea. It's a good idea. And we are seizing cars. As for seizing cash, to give you an example of recently something that happened, we went after someone. They got injured, went in the ICU, woke up.
Tell me
moved
you don't
all
know
their
anything
money
about the
out of their bank
departments
account.
that
We went
you
after
work
them after
with
they got
without telling
processed
me
by
you
the
don't
police
work
'cause
with
we
any
weren't
of the
around,
departments that you work
and
with.
all their money was gone.
Hey, what about this thing that an entire department already works on?
Lord.
Withdrew it?
So if we set up a standard to take people's cash, they're just gonna move it.
Where are they moving it to?
Well, that's the thing. Obviously, we're subpoenaing bank accounts, but we can only, get that money legally by means. I mean, them sending money to someone's not illegal.
I do also think the fine thing needs to be cleaned up a bit. There's a bunch of people who I've seen who owed fines who are dead. So the thing is showing like a lot of people who can't even pay their fines. And it's making it look, it's harder for it to kind of look through, I don't know how we can clean that up, but
There's a lot of bad debt.
Mm-hmm.
Lot of bad debt in that list.
I will say me and the FI or my department or my office and the FIB are working with looking at people who have been passed away for 30 plus days, and there's probably 10 or 12 dockets already handling that. So as far as people who don't have any money that can't do anything, that have thousands of dollars in fines, like for example, there's a couple that died in January called the Kringle couple. They had tons of thousands of dollars in fines and $800 in assets between the two of them. So that I can't do anything with, but we're slowly working on people who actually have
We
money.
could delete the fines. I think that would clean up the information,
I'm
like
saying,
Pon's
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
For the people that are dead, I mean, that money will never be recouped.
Yeah.
And it'll
Can we
sit
not
there.
seize the money if the
From
estate
what?
doesn't take it? From dead people.
They're
if the
dead,
estate
what
doesn't
money are
claim
they
it.
No, we're gonna seize their cash, but they won't have. Most of these people do not have cash. the few times we've looked into it, it's been like $60, $100.
Yeah. I just meant more cleaning up the list so it's easier for us to
I agree.
Go
I
through.
agree. Because we're currently, I have people pulling fine data on a daily basis, and a lot of it is from dead people, and it would further reduce the amount of people on that list, which would make it easier to go after fines. But I think that's a legislation thing. That's
Wonder who that was.
necessarily we
I have
can
no
just
idea.
make up right here and now.
Yeah, might just be something I want to push forward. That's just what I'm saying.
On the topic of fines, I will say also, I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea if PD can also collect on fines.
It can.
I think they started to do that now.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think that's a great idea. Like,
It's
great
peace
thing.
officers is the legal definition.
Yeah, it's said that in the legislation for months. They've always been able
Lord.
to.
How many people you all? The average is what, 20 on duty? You said, Juniper?
No, that's not the average officers on duty. That's just what I averaged is 15 officers. And that was during a time that a lot of people were flying out of the country. I will just say we have about 30 officers on duty on average every day.
I mean, that's a lot of heads to be looking for
30?
cash.
I guess I always had to balance up. He was actually patrolling, yeah. Sorry.
I will say one thing on that note. I only can ask. I can't tell anyone to do anything. I have just been given the bounty hunter program, and I just hired my first bounty hunter, and I'm gonna get it up and running. I would prefer that the PD can obviously handle these fines with the people that they're apprehending for police issues. I would prefer that the police are not doing bounty hunter work until I've either failed or succeeded.
I don't think anybody's doing bounty hunter work. The only thing
No,
that we've
no,
talked
they
about
are.
recently. Okay, well, the only thing that I recently talked to them about with the fines was the fine weekend, which we've gone to every head.
Did Jerry leave? Did Jerry leave?
To organize it. So.
I love that idea, by the way. That's such a good idea.
Yeah, we already worked with the judges. Judges are fine with it. We already have a weekend date. We already have Speed actually helping out. Any of the officers want to help out. EMS knows about it. So
We're gonna accept cash, so that should be
most people are going to go fucking crazy for that.
pretty good.
The plan for animal control too is when people start adopting more, they'll do citations.
Bounty hunters will physically hunt after people and get them
We'll
to pay
also
fines.
probably need help from.
There's a whole
the
legislation
PD
about it.
to
Remind me in like 20 minutes. I'll
move
I'll
the
go over the
cash
legislation
to the
with you.
bank.
Hey, just let us know.
Yeah.
The medical marijuana licenses go straight to the state. Like we just charge it to the state account, I believe. So we're doing our part.
Yeah, and that'll be good because those have to be.
Oh
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Gosh, we probably got another one with overdue fines. We gotta.
renewed monthly. I think you're under arrest.
My goodness.
Sorry, I don't arrest people at meetings.
Better than some.
That was so good, fam.
Typical good one. It didn't even. Good win.
Was
He's
there
gonna
anything
say
that we
strong
wanna-
rock.
Oh, what?
Is there any
Never mind,
update
never
on
mind.
the dispensary? Like, how did that go first day? Do we have any updates on that?
That's Greco's thing. He's not here.
Well, it's not just Greco's thing.
Yeah, I'm looking to do a lot.
I'm not part of it.
No.
Christoph?
Sorry.
Come
Sorry.
Jerry.
Paxton was saying something. What was that?
Is there any update on how the dispensary went first day?
Oh, you want to know the grand totals?
Well, yeah, like, how did it go?
I think we were open for an hour. We made about $5,000, and as soon as I deposited into the state account, someone picked up their paycheck for more than $5,000.
I need you to
Yeah,
speak
you're
up.
really
Oh, yeah, you
Sorry.
gotta speak up.
Is he
So
drinking?
I think that the final
What's
number
his
for an
drinking?
hour was $5,163. And as soon as I deposited that into the bank, someone picked up a check for $6,000. So I guess it went pretty well. It paid for one person's paycheck.
What a
Nice.
value.
Great.
Okay. And Q, how much did you make, do you think, from licenses?
I would have to calculate it out. I'm going to be honest with you. Budget stuff is yawn. I'm not really here to do numbers. I'm here to do surgery. So I would have to go look
I
back.
like numbers.
Juniper, do you think you could get with Q and
Yeah, I can get with
Bernard as well as any other leader here that would like Juniper's help on the government side of things? Not personal, but government? That would be good.
Yeah, I think we
as well.
already spoke with Juniper, so.
Yeah, like when
We
it
have
comes to the
an idea.
licenses,
He has a
pumpkin. How the fuck did he
I
get
mean,
a
I know I
pumpkin?
did at least probably 8 to 10 that day, and that was just me. So the different doctors, I mean,
Harold.
people would have to go through and comb our records, which I ain't got time to do.
Harold, are you eating the pumpkin?
Biting straight into a pumpkin.
That's tasty. Oh.
A real pumpkin?
Yeah, that's,
You know,
he's not
it's
eating
not enough.
styrofoam,
It's not
man.
enough food. You know, not enough food up here. Oh. No. Oh, baby.
Oh. Okay.
Watch your teeth.
Sends to girlfriend
The
overseas.
warden just texted me back.
The warden's in the corner over there. Oh wait, I thought you meant.
He was invited to the
morning.
meeting before another
Oh,
person
so-
starts complaining.
Juniper, you and the mayor need to have a little chat with Nash as well. Because training's the whole thing. That's a lot of money.
Yep, I
You should
agree.
have a lot of money.
It's 2K for a full kit for a new officer. So.
Oh, it's about the incentives too for the
The
field
FTOs,
training
yep.
officers.
Yeah, we were talking about it with the speed as well, like bounties and stuff. So yeah, I'm fine with that. Just needs to be put into the budget.
Oh, one thing, Quimberly. Some of my officers, and it's to anyone who wants to help, some of my officers said they really want to do first aid courses and be trained in stuff. They really want them because we had a situation where an officer, we actually had an officer shot in the face recently on a scene. And the person had to call me over to do first aid because I didn't know what they were doing, and they came to me after and said, "I wish I knew what I was doing." So
Yeah, we can do that.
Really want. It's not to take away from EMS. It's nothing to take away from them. Like, and obviously it's to you as well. EMS. So I'm talking about both you. Like it's more just to, do things like learning how to hold pressure correctly and keep someone's vitals till EMS get there. Things like that. So we can do a handover. I mean, any EMS to see me on a scene, like I'll hand over immediately when they get there and give them the information that they need, so they can go straight into their job.
I think we even already made a training program
Harold,
for you guys.
Harold has eaten a
we've
lot of the pumpkin.
helped
I'd
out
love
on
to really
some
do it.
academies and stuff.
Yeah,
One
some of my
thing that
deputies
I-
and
Are you
supposed
officers
to
who want
eat
to
the
do it though,
skin?
who aren't just like cadets, like it's some of the
Yeah.
higher ranks.
We
I
did that
think
for
it would be
animals too.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I think it would be nice teaching triage to the police.
I would love
Yeah.
I
to
think
have
that
that
could be
done.
very, very useful. Because then
Yeah, I
we,
think it will be
EMS can
helpful.
arrive on scene, and then we already know what we gotta do. We don't have to go around asking and doing a bunch of double work.
You regularly see me on a
Because-
scene, kind of like hand over. I'll say like, this person's been shot here, has this like pulse, because I know what I'm doing, but there's many officers who don't, and I would love to see them trained. And they
And we
can
have
give
to
me
wait
stuff.
for the scene to be clear.
I think it'd be good for run. Oh, run!
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 Ron,
Oh,
we're
he's
losing a
not
dance.
happy.
Oh,
Get distracted him. Oh.
Fucking last note. What's happening?
Now, the motor thing that's going on, I think you guys could be good for some first aid training.
Alex Guy's idea from 4 months ago, Matt. Which idea?
As you can get up through all the nuts
Oh,
and
the
crannies
yeah,
and
yeah,
get to
yeah,
people.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Risking me?
Oh, so like motor
Yeah.
first aid trained, so
Oh,
a
well, yeah,
situation there, like
ev-
rapid response to 13 Bravo Alpha.
Well, he was a medic in the war, so I already have it. But I actually think that's a smart idea.
Yeah.
I will let you know now, Sheriff, know that I'm Lieutenant and future Captain of Toledo. I have handed off the lead of motor.
I know that, but I was still. You
You're
were
an
still. I said you
LSPD
still had the
person.
motor thing going on.
No, I think nonetheless, though, it's a pretty smart idea. If we're not in pursuit of some, see it after, like, falls off his car or ejects or something, I'd rather have a car continue in the pursuit and have, like, an actual person go there with a bike or someone falls over in a shootout, or you can get there far quicker. And there's a good point for having those nimbly little things,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
also
why
like
I
speed to
think
get
we should
trained.
get some.
Hold on. Hold on.
Well, for organ transports and stuff between
I
all the
killed
new
36 people for that. For
For
three
all
of
those
them.
new private practices and stuff, they need organs moved around.
Blood
And you see all that
transport.
traffic down
Oh,
there?
actually, hold on.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
Yeah, they do have those blood bakers. You know, you're not against it. But I don't want every freaking EMS
20, I think he for the
in the
ball.
damn shirt and riding around in it and then just speeding willy-nilly in a damn bike. So
we
help me
already don't
God.
allow them to do that shit,
Well,
so that's fine.
You know, but a bike brings out a hooligan in someone. I can tell you that, no.
Well, then you arrest them.
Well, they'd be lucky if I don't accidentally run them over.
Then you don't, or you do, I guess.
Or both.
Or both. All three.
Wasn't that chance he fell down a port?
And we
port-
need a rapid
pork
response
table.
vehicle.
Well, I just want you guys to just get back to me when you guys can, and maybe get the vets involved, and we'll do like a maybe a first aid like weekend or something. I don't know. We'll just organize a
guys
day and I'll
not
put it
have
out.
Like an academy.
You guys not have an illusion?
Nope.
Well, look, it's about as fucking
they have a
rapid as we
scout.
need
They
it,
have
I tell you that,
multiple
no.
scouts.
Well, we have one scout, and it's slower than our ambulance.
Wait, what?
You should get an illusion. I think that's about as fast as you need for rapid. I don't
Nah,
think
I thought about a comet would be good.
What the
Hey,
fuck?
we gotta be real
comet?
fast. Every
Okay.
second
Oh
counts.
my god.
Oh,
If
it's a
someone's
fucking
bleeding
speed.
to death,
All right.
you want to wait 1 minute longer, then you have to.
Let's continue on topic though. Is there anything else that we need to talk about?
All right, perfect.
LSSD, well,
we
well,
gotta
the
go.
command.
Yes.
We gotta.
Yeah, we get a
We got an
meeting,
LSSD command meeting. We gotta go.
LSSD only, sorry.
Bye.
Sorry, guys.
Bye, everyone. Thanks
everyone.
for
Taking
coming.
the pumpkin.
Come,
Tucker,
if you have a stomach ache, you better
Hey,
come
nice
to the
seeing you,
hospital.
Christoph.
See you, Paxton. Have a good one.
Good to see
Yeah,
you.
keep it
And
high,
I'm,
keep it high and
Thank you,
tight, Christoph.
All right, have a good one.
All right, Christoph, I'm gonna just text all the EMS that the
Mm-hmm.
helicopter's
Hi.
coming and
Hey, but I'm loving the hat.
motorcycles and stuff.
Oh,
Hey,
Behind my bald
we got room for 5 in here,
He's a
5 at a
head guy.
time. Get in, 5 at a
Second,
time.
second.
Your pumpkin
that's
take
one,
up a
2 or 3.
person.
All right, let's go. I'm going, Harold. Let's go.
Bob, I need you really quick over here if you don't mind.
All right.
Yeah, you guys can go since I'm his ride.
Here,
Let Jonathan go.
I think they're overloading.
I'm
the
getting him a warrant for running. He's resisting
what the-
arrest.
Ooh, actually, you can do that. It's a misdemeanor.
It's a contempt of court.
It's a misdemeanor.
Violating a court order.
Probably just call him. Tell him, ask where he is.
He escaped a warrant for about 15 days for purposefully failing a court case. I don't think he's gonna just come and pay
Ooh.
fines. His fines equal less than $1,500. Ain't no way he doesn't have that. Anyway, so what I want to do. Are you open to hearing an idea?
Can we do it when we talk later?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it for that then.
Yeah, I'll just save it for that. How are you doing? Have you really not collected a paycheck for 5 months?
Neither have I.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I have a car, and that's really all I need. And so
I give away a lot of
Yeah, I
money.
mean-
I probably should have like over 100K, but
I save it in case I need it or something.
that's fair.
But it does fuck over the budget, because how can they account for that?
Oh, that sounds like a not me problem.
Well, it is your problem if you try to take a paycheck out and the budget don't have the money for it, and then it just gets declined, and then
Well,
you
that's
don't
why I
have
haven't
any
taken
money.
it out because it's like I, haven't needed it. But I was going to take it out
when
and give it as
you
a
need
loan
it-
to our budget.
But what if you need it and they don't have enough, and then
So
they
let's say
just
she's
decline
worked
the
like
entire
50
transaction?
hours a week, Chance. So what is that? 50 hours a
Then
you have
week
no
times
money.
4
Then you have
times
no
5 times. Let's
Well, I
just
mean,
say
I have
175 for the
a pretty good
position.
amount of money in my
She should get about 200K
personal
in her.
account
She
from,
should
like,
get about
last paycheck I
200K in
got,
her
so-
check.
Well, that's good.
That's insane.
We had an EMS that put out 120,000 and then ruined the entire budget for that month for everyone.
Yeah, but like I said, it's an edge case.
Not if it happens more than once,
Well, they should stop too. I guess it's
because it sounds like it's been many people.
All right, I'm
So
gonna
that-
I'm gonna head out of here, Kate. Let me know when you want to do the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going
Hi Ty, bye Ty.
down.
Yeah, I'll join you. Oh, tag.
Oh,
Watch out.
I can't. You know, Bernard doesn't want to play tag. Okay.
you don't need to be so violent with the buttons.
I was just playing tag. Oh, before I forget, Skyler hired me to manage the little teapot while her and Lana are in Australia. I don't know if you have my
Yeah, I
number or
heard they're
not.
traveling.
Yeah,
I
they
can
flew
get
out.
your number.
Okay,
So.
just shoot me a message. I'm gonna try to open it in the next couple of days. I'm gonna buy a bunch of ingredients, and Skylar went through and taught me how to do the barista stuff. I have a couple employees, I think, that just kind of moved to San Andreas. I think it'd be a good starting job for them. So,
Yeah, and I haven't done much other than like helping with little things here and there. You know, like I'm more of a silent partner, I
Okay.
guess. You know,
All right.
Well,
Well,
we're family. It's so it's more of a family business.
sure. I think it's important that you're involved nonetheless. I was gonna text you tomorrow, but since you're here, I figured I just mentioned to you
Yeah.
anyway. So.
And you know our little place on Hawick, right?
The physical location.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have an actual spot for it.
Yes, yeah, that's where I planned on going. Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if you know who I can talk to, but she wants to see if we can get like a grill and the coffee machine fully functioning, so we can have the truck nearby and just have all the connectors and stuff nearby, so we can actually work through. As far as I was told, that was like a Sean thing, but I don't know if you knew anything about it.
Well, Sean's not the mayor anymore,
Yeah, I
so it
know.
would be a Christoph thing, but I could also try and see if I know someone to talk to about it.
Okay, let me know, because I want to do that as a surprise
Yeah.
gift to her before she gets back. So I'm gonna try to get that done in the next week or two.
Yeah, because she's coming back in a few weeks, right?
Yeah, 3 weeks. But if I get it done before I forget, because I just got appointed DA, so I'm waiting for everything to kind of ramp up really quickly.
Yeah, you could, I guess, talk with Christoph and see, and
Alright.
then I'll just pop a message to a couple of contacts and see what's up.
Okay.
I don't trust Bob with it, because last time he did anything with the grill, he left the gas on at the fire station and cost us like $3.7 million in.
Wait, what?
bills.
What? Wait, what happened?
Well, so Bob was at the fire station, the big fancy one, and he was cooking me dinner for a meeting we were having there. But then he forgot to turn the gas off afterwards. He said he'd clean up and sent me on my way. Then, we just go about our business. No one notices the gas been on for over a week or something. Is burning there. Burning money.
Right.
So we got a utility bill that totals $3.7 million or something like that. So we had to close the fire station down, and that's why we had to work out of the little shitty one in Sandy Shores. But don't worry, I sorted out the bill with Jerry.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think that's what happened
No
with MRI
yacht
machine, too.
exploded.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there was no secret mission, no heist, EMS heist. It did not happen. And
Bernard.
we definitely didn't blow up a yacht with a jet ski.
Was that in... When was this? I'm not actually going to look
Definitely
up
did
any-
not happen. It didn't happen.
All right. That's previous administration. All right, cool. All right, well, let me know about the grill and the connectors for the little teapot, and I'll pay for it if I need to. But I think the little
Yeah,
teapot
check
is
with
enough. for me.
Christoph first to see if
Okay.
he can do that. If that would be the proper way, I guess. And if not, I can try the improper way.
All right, I text him. All right.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna be heading to bed. It's past my bedtime.
Have a good night. Guys, we wasted like an hour and a half doing nothing except for laughing. Alright, do we still have our plate? Registration papers are gone. Hey. Oh, my plate wasn't stolen. Okay.
Hey, I'm heading back to the PD. I think Bob's gonna be busy for a while. Like he's kind of the person I need to talk to. Like,
Yeah.
so if you want to come by it, we can talk until he calls upon me.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds
Like
good.
if you're busy, it's no worries. But
This is just as important as all the stuff I'm rewriting all the SOPs and documents and things like that. So. All right. Cool.
All right. I will see you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Did she say VPD?
Hello?
Did you say VPD?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, I'll be there.
Oh my god, you're talking while you're driving. That's illegal.
That's not illegal, only when it's distracted driving and I'm not distracted. Oh, hi.
Hello.
It's not inherently illegal, Kate!
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for someone to cite me on it so I can take him to court and explain how me driving the speed limit.
I don't think it mentions anything about speed limits.
No, but it has to be distracted driving.
Oh god. Be careful.
almost-
There's a... Hold on.
Oh my god, why is there a
You see
television? Yeah. Can you... Oh. There's a television. Kate, stop. Kate, people, how are people supposed to watch their Netflix now? You broke the television. You broke it. Alright, I'll see. Where do you want me to go? Floor 4, I guess?
Yeah, that's my office.
Alright, I'll see you there. You guys ready for political meeting simulator? Because that's basically all Skyler's streams are going to be. Did I lock the car? Okay. Is that Burrow? I think it's Burrow. Also, thank you for all the follows. Twin Eric, Connor, Hooper, Lambda, King Zeri, Red, Fat Willie, thank you. I'm here for whatever Skyler is and happy you're streaming. Mons, can we get follower chat back on?
Hello, Miss Skyler.
Hello. We're having bots again. Excuse me?
Oh, sorry, I'm on the phone.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Hello. I mean, I'm gonna go through the other door because we just take the elevator directly.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I understand. Wait, where's the elevator over here?
Cool. Yeah, Discovery closes in 1
Hey,
hour,
Burrow.
so that'll be good because then you can't do anything else with it. Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Hello again. Yeah, I forget that I only have 2 bosses, and that's Greco and the Chancellor.
Yep.
That's kind of wild, Kate. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Once upon a time,
Is music too loud,
I
chat?
was almost on that road one day. Once upon a time.
Do you miss it?
And I was told that it would be my position would be equal to the mayor or the chief of police as the district attorney.
I had no idea you were an
no.
attorney. What the hell?
I'm not.
Well, you were. No?
Nope. I was here.
Huh. Kate lore, chat. Stephanaris jumping. That is...
I felt a better police officer, I think, than I would be an attorney.
I disagree. I don't think that's necessarily comparable. The jobs are inherently different, but
Oh yeah, but it's like I think I think I enjoy this better.
Thank you,
Here,
Libby.
don't look, I'm gonna change my clothes.
You're good. I'm not looking. Oh, thank you.
I like to keep like the formals on for too long. All right, you're good.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you look so nice. What the hell?
Yeah.
All
Well, I
right.
mean, I wear the uniform for the formals, and I wear the what's it called? The
Anything
I have
else?
to pick and choose essentially because it's like, well, am I acting as a detective or am I acting as command member? Or am I acting as a representative of my department?
I guess I probably should change myself. I don't know how long this conversation's gonna be, but it's not
It's up to
super
you.
formal. I don't really care.
Shouldn't right? Yeah. I mean, I'm not being formal or anything. I'm just like chilling.
Yeah, as long as you know I'm not gonna be formal, that's what matters. So.
No, that's fine. I don't want you. I mean, you don't have to be formal.
All right.
Like we just spent 2 hours being excessively formal. Some of us did.
Yeah. Nah,
Some of
I
us
was.
needed to be a little more formal, but
Yeah, a little bit. So. Okay. Do you have access to my SOPs? Which is a
Probably.
weird sentence.
Where are they?
Documents, district attorney, and then it's whip, and then it says standard operating procedures is the second document. It's 3 months old.
Well, there's a lot of whips here. Yeah, standard operating procedures, district attorney's office.
Yeah, you can open it. It should have the seal at the top. Yep. Okay, all the way down. So what I want to do when it comes to narcotics, weapons trafficking, organized crime, things like that, for the attorneys that are interested, I want to get them trained directly with what police do during those circumstances so that you can have an attorney ready who's familiar with how you process that so we don't have to
Yeah.
ask a million questions. So
Yeah, that's kind of what we did with like way back when we had like Mueller, I think was like our major crimes DA. So when like I would call him directly about stuff because it's like I was doing a lot of homicide and violent crimes back then. But yeah.
Okay. How would you want me to have them set that up? Do I contact you or can they contact you guys? Because I don't want it to be like a formal, let's have 5 attorneys come in and do a training or whatever. Because I don't know.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, as the district attorney, I don't, even when I wasn't, I don't want to deal with trafficking charges. They're really boring to me. So.
Yeah, sometimes they're like easy though because they have predefined parameters. So that's why I kind of like them sometimes.
Yeah,
But,
it really bores me a lot. Like I'll just look at it in my eye. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's like some cops hate traffic tickets. You know, they don't want to deal with it. So
Yeah, I mean these days I prefer a lot more of the managerial aspect of things than like I did patrol for like years, and so I'm kind of really enjoying the role I'm in now, where it's like I don't know, managing and leading and trying to put people in the positions to succeed and all that shit. That's why I'm happy to be the DOJ liaison.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am too. I did 2 things for my office, and I already planned on doing 1. But as soon as Greco talked to me and appointed me acting DA, I wrote I ordered for all my ADAs. I ordered parking, little parking plaques, right? So I put their name on it, put their title on it, and then we have 4 plaques in my parking garage. And then I worked with the beam machine. I wrote a contract that allows them to go in on a tab, get food, go to work, not have to worry about it. It's one less thing to think about, one less time searching, driving, possibly getting kidnapped, etc. And just those 2 things, has improved morale extensively in the last 2 weeks. So like the fact, like if those tiny little things, I don't know, that makes me exceedingly happy. If I can get people that just are like, hell yeah, I like working here, it's great, blah blah blah. I like being supported and having someone in the background like stand behind them. Then I'm already in love with this. So I say that me trying to say I understand what you mean, but
yeah, it's like it's just trying to build something.
Yes. So I have two names before me, someone who built a huge foundation, someone who tried to right the ship when it was on fire, and now I need to improve the ship and let it go sailing at max knots. So
yeah.
All right. So that being said, how do you want us to approach you guys? Who do I approach? Stuff like that.
So I'd say approach me first, just because I like to be kept in the loop on things.
Of course.
Some of them are very busy, and I'll be honest with you. So like, I'm gonna be really,
What do
I'm
you
gonna
mean,
be
Jay
100% honest with you for this.
Please
A
do.
lot of the stuff that's happened over the last 7 months has kind of soured the relationships with the DA's office from the police perspective. Like, I mean, you know this. We've talked back and forth about this for
Yes.
ages. Tale as old as time. So I would say have them come to me, and then I can like introduce them to everybody and be like, hey guys, we can also maybe put together like a. Is this more like CID facing, or is this more for the department in general?
It's for my department with any PD department or group that would want to interact with us. Like for example, DPPD does CID things, but they don't, or they aren't CID.
Yeah. Well, the problem is anybody can investigate is the thing.
Sure.
And so because there's not like a million of us, so if someone wants to do like a drug trafficking case, for example, which I imagine is the most common, they can do that without CID oversight. If I stop talking, I might sneeze. Give me 1 second. It's
You're
very
fine.
quiet
You're
sneeze.
fine. You're fine. Can't look at that.
Okay, much better.
Speaking of being machine, it is open.
Sorry about that.
It's totally fine. No issues.
So we can't. All right. So what we could do is, I don't know. It kind of depends on how much noise you want, right? Because I can we can create a group chat that's the district attorney's office and PD lieutenants. We can make it to where it's the district attorney's office and PD, what's it called? Like Sergeant Plus, which would be all the sergeants, and me, and then everybody else. Or so that would give you kind of direct access to everybody, but I mean, you're gonna get a lot of shit in there.
I'm okay with that. I think out of every district attorney that we've had before, I have the best connection with PD. So I think I'll get a lot of shit that comes my way, and they'll be probably less formal about it, maybe because of their comfortability.
Oh
but...
yeah, no, they're gonna come at you in the chat, like how
Yeah,
some people come at you privately. They're gonna come at you in front of everybody.
I'm okay with that.
Well, I mean, I'm really not, but
Okay.
because like I'm not gonna have them treat another head of government like shit. Like, that's not something that's gonna happen on my watch. So
Okay.
it's
no worries.
Let me see how we should do this, because it's like.
I mean, we have
Sorry.
our... You're fine. Take your time. Literally take your time, Kate. Oh, Steph is like sneezing her fucking face off. We have a district attorney PD like channel. We have a channel in the government Discord. Hi, Macho. It's great to see you.
Today.
You're fine. We have that channel. Like, I'm cool with just reaching out in that channel. Like, there's no reason to have a group
that might
chat.
be the best way to do it. Well, I mean, a lot of people are more communicative on a group chat versus like a channel.
Sure, right.
So it's just more kind of how you want to do it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of a way, because like we don't have like any kind of like group, like massive PD channel. We have like LSPD chat and like supervisor plus chat. Let me think on that one, because like they can come to me. I can introduce them at meetings, all that stuff. If they want to get training, I can set that up. I don't know how much I can really train them in it. I can kind of go over some bare bones, or I can write up something for it where it's like, here's kind of a, you know, how we operate sort of deal, but every case is different. So it's kind of hard to put like together a typical case, but yeah, we could certainly do that.
Well, like, my thought is, like, if there are any officers that be willing to step up and help not train, but, like, it's more of a guidance thing where it's like, this is what we do when we get drugs. This is how we handle that. This is how we gather evidence, blah, blah, blah. Because some of my prosecutors haven't dealt with that. Like, I'm exceptionally experienced in understanding that aspect of things. I mean, from numerous different angles, but some people aren't. And I'd like to be able to get my prosecutors, like my base level attorneys that just come into the office, trained up on things that they may not know.
So Ty Slaughter is the head of SIS. So CID is basically has two systems. Like
Okay.
basically CID is split into two divisions right now. They're split into two subsections under the CID umbrella. So we have major crimes, which is kind of homicide, violent crimes, financial crime, that kind of stuff. And then there's SIS, which is our special intelligence section. So Ty Slaughter is the supervisor for that. He reports to me. But their focus is on like intelligence, specifically gang intelligence, and kind of street level crime interdiction. So like going to 37 calls or like going on the south side and like jumping out on people. But that's kind of their purview. So for guns and drugs and stuff, I would probably send you over to Ty. I will see who is interested in that kind of. So for major crimes, I'm looking to see. So with the departure of Riley, I'm looking for a person to step up into the supervisory role for that group.
Okay.
So I would likely send you to that person for major crimes. I just don't have them yet, and I'm kind of seeing who steps up. For financial, that would be Matthew Bush, who is part of major crimes, but he specializes in financial. He's very good at it. And then organized crime, that would probably go along with Ty. So you could probably get like a 2-for-1 for narcotics, weapons, and organized crime, since he is very into that stuff. I can't imagine that Ty would be like, no, I don't want to, because he does take his role as a leader very seriously. So I think those would be the people we'd be able to do for that.
Okay. So how would you organize like the specifics of like how certain cases are handled then? So we have like financial crimes and civil issues. You said major crimes and then street crime. Is there anything else I'm missing at that point?
No, that's really it.
Okay.
Like I said, we divide them into like major crimes and then special intelligence, which is pretty much like our quote unquote gang unit, if you want to boil it down to like really brass tacks. It's like our gang unit, but they also do a lot of intelligence gathering. Like with these recent ATM robberies, we were looking at that. So like that's one thing that's part of it, is just intelligence gathering on a broad spectrum, and then like gang shit.
Okay. I'm tempted to name this specialty gang shit.
I mean, if you want.
I named it as drugs and guns.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I'm probably gonna create a couple. Like, I don't want that many specializations. Because what I want to do is, for my attorneys who are trained in that, and you guys are like, yep, I definitely want to work with this person. They know what they're doing. They can work with us well. I want to get them a cert tag so I can get them on there. So you guys can be like, oh, yep, she knows what she's doing. Boom, call them. So
yeah, like we used to have gangs and narcotics. That's pretty much what SIS evolved from, was our gangs and narcotics section. So you could just lump those under that. And then have like, I mean, if you want, you could just split them into sections like we have, where it's major crimes, which is homicide, violent crimes,
terrorism,
trafficking.
treason, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, like those kind of things. Not like gun trafficking, but human trafficking.
Yeah, I
and
knew what
then
you meant.
gangs and narcotics for the other side of it, because then we have a pretty even delineation of, hey, these people correspond to these people, and these people correspond to this group. And if you're a gangs and narcotics guy, well, you'll probably be talking to Ty a lot. If you're a major crimes guy, then you'll probably be talking to like Veronica or Robin, or whomever steps up into that position. Which, I'll be honest with you, is probably going to be Veronica, but I'm waiting to see who. I'm waiting to kind of see who steps up, because it's a lot of work. As a person who used to be that, a lot of work, and it's.
So obviously major crimes. What was the second one? The thing that you said, drugs and weapons.
Gangs and narcotics.
Gangs and narcotics. Perfect. Yeah. Is that what it's called now?
No, it's a special intelligence section now, but it's pretty much like they cover gangs and narcotics. Like it used to be our gangs and narcotics section when it was just one big CID. But then, they focus on two separate things, so it's better to kind of split them into what they are actually doing.
Perfect. Okay. I'm just going to correspond what you guys have. Whenever you name and if you change your names, I'm just going to change mine. I've saved my SOPs for the specialization because that way for officers, they don't have to translate. They can be like, okay, if it's called special intelligence, it's like, okay, this attorney is trained in how we handle special intelligence. So we can call them for our special intelligence operations. Make it everything easy. What are your opinions on that?
No, I mean, if they correspond one-to-one, makes it very easy to know, like, hey, these are the 4 people you can call, and then we can kind of, I could have just say, detectives plus, DA's office, or we could split it into, here's the, detectives, here's like the SIS plus DA's SIS group, and here's the major crimes plus, major crimes DA's group, and then they can all like talk to each other. But that's literally just for CID. That wouldn't cover the police department as a whole. Also, can I have like 30 seconds
Take
to
your
think
time.
about something?
Literally take your time. How's everybody doing? Yeah, it is a pretty cozy business day. Whitlock. We need to check on the where is it? Bam, bam, bam. Don't care about that. 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 What is this? I don't care about that either. All right. Set of whip. Is it finally out of? Is this finally out of whip? Felipe Hernandez. Perfect. Notice of appearance. Acting district attorney Skyler Sparks entering as counsel for the state. Motion to dismiss without prejudice. It's a traffic ticket. Ticket on the docket. All right, cool.
Yeah. So like that mostly covers CID. I can't really, we can talk about like a good way to do it for the entire police department, but I don't know if there's really going to be a good way to really split it up amongst the rest of the PD. They just kind of do what they do.
Yeah, it's no worries. I mean, at the end of the day, if there's something that differentiates between grapeseed and Polito, and it's a tiny bit different, at the end of the day, how you handle crime is overarching is going to be very similar. It's one big PD, so I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, exactly.
My big thing is at the end of the day, when we work with CID or members of or former members of CID, whatever it ends up being, there's going to be a certain process, and you guys are the experts for a reason, so I'd rather have them overtrained than not. So that's about it. Cool. So that's it for my SOPs.
Okay.
What can I do as a district attorney to make things better for you guys?
Over communicate. Because that's been the biggest issue since I kind of took up this position, is communication. Like recently with Pike, I know he's not with the office anymore, but it's just an example. I know Veronica was really worried about him having too much going on, and he wasn't able to, like, there were things that like needed to be put in before Discovery closed, and I think he just wasn't very responsive on it, or he's like, oh yeah, I'll get to it, but didn't. I encouraged them to speak to Humphrey at the time because he was their boss. Just be like, hey, I know that Pike has a lot going on. If you could just check on this, I'm worried that it's not going to get in. So for the most part, they just want to be communicated with, even if it's like stupid things that you wouldn't think people would want to know. But that's been the biggest thing where it's like they're like, so this happened and nobody told me.
Okay.
So, like if somebody's like, hey, we're gonna work on this case, like Sati, like I worked with Sati on a civil case where I was being sued. Sati was amazing with communication. it was like she would reach out to me, we talked a lot. She's like, hey, can I meet with you tonight? Hey, this is happening. So Sati was a great person to work with.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Have there been any of my district attorneys that you guys have, or sorry, any of my ADAs or prosecutors or anything that you've had issues with in the past? Any concerns that I should hear about?
I remember, so I didn't really get a chance to talk with her before, her departure. I remember Riley complaining about St. Clair.
Okay.
Because I guess here, I'm trying to pull up her text. She put a witness on after her testimony that contradicted hers. Yeah, put a witness on the stand, but I guess who said it was her idea to do something when it wasn't true. This was after she had testified saying something else. So I guess they she put somebody up who contradicted her statement, like as a defense witness. This was a civil suit.
Okay.
Apparently agreed with her that she should have had qualified immunity for a situation and was vocally mad when she didn't, but then said nothing to the judge when she spoke to him about it. Stood there and was like, uh-huh. I was like, hey, did you talk? I was like, what did she say when you talked to her about it? Did she prep the witnesses at all? She didn't talk to her at the time because she was like too mad. But I don't know. That was Riley's experience with St. Clair. I've never worked with St. Clair personally, so I can't really speak to it. Sati's been fantastic. That's really all that there is left, right?
So we have Roland Sharp.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen him in forever.
He doesn't take many cases. He's working on one big murder case that he's super passionate about.
Which one?
It's the Stephen Alexander case. I guess not murder case, but it's
that one, yeah.
the weirdo that
fuck
hunted.
around, yeah.
That fucked around and is finding out. So him and Katie are working on that.
Yeah. Oh, I did talk to Humphrey about this, but I guess Katie, like Sinclair, was very close to one of the witnesses, and Humphrey was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pull her off that case." Ty can give you more information about it because I brought Ty with me to speak, like specifically speak on that incident. But I guess like one of the victims was living with St. Clair or something like that. So from what Ty had explained, Humphrey believed that she was too close to the case and was pulling her off. But now that kind of the department's transferred, I don't really know.
Okay, Kate. I didn't think I was that boring, but it's fine, I guess. All right, I'll see you in a second. Bye. I guess she really had to pee. Straight up ghosted. New motion on the docket. Was that me? We dispute the accuracy of the radar scanners. Sounds to me that you should just ignore her when she comes back just to mess with her. No, I wouldn't ever, I wouldn't do that I wouldn't do that. She's going 69 miles an hour. What was she attached with? 3rd-degree speeding? Edit charges. Did anyone respond with nice concerning what? Oh, 69? Probably. Well, speeding in the 3rd degree. 1 to 25 miles an hour. It is technically correct. It's not a highway. Hi, Kate. Kate. Can you hear me?
I guess not.
Ah! Hi!
Hello, what? Are you
Hello,
okay?
yeah, yeah, sorry,
Oh,
I guess.
hold on.
Alright, maybe we should not be here. I can see my building. Chat. We can see the office. It's like right here-ish. It's like right here-ish. Her office is cursed. Azure, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, my Discord broke. My cat just stole my whole ass chicken nugget. Hydrate, I got it. I got hydrate. No worries. We're doing politic in chat. I got the hydrate right here. Easy. We have our work cut out for us though. There's a lot that we're gonna need to like handle. So I like, when did Saudi enter? A day ago. Okay. I really want to clean this up. I don't like this. I get that that's her flavor for an attorney as far as Katie is concerned. So I don't know how to approach this to be like, I like your personality. But we're handling a murder case. You really should lean into like a cert, like, I don't know. It's not us that you're formatting? What do you mean? I need to finish this bank subpoena too. We're gonna be charging people with government corruption, chat. Alright, between the Jackson should make direct and casual threats to the owner of Ramathon Jarthar Moberry? Question mark. This is also really slow. Cause you wanna read, I don't understand Winners. I'm sorry, Winners, I don't understand. I'm gonna try to reset this. There's a lot. This is lagging like a mother. It's not you, it's your formatting. Oh. How did the last government corruption end? The one with the court clerk? Well, she didn't actually do government corruption. Skyler talked to Montag, and Montag basically said, it's not really government corruption. It is by definition government corruption, but you have to be careful because the reason we have these two charges phrased that way. Oh, I just looked at my DMs. Montag is live. Occam is live with Montag. Yeah, she crashed again. It is a big building, yeah. I may have lost some work on the SOPs, guys. But that's okay. District attorney, paralegals. I need to... I lost the... Okay, I got that. Okay, while we're waiting, I actually had some really good... I had some really good ideas. Oh, no, I did get the prosecutors. It's the paralegals. This role is not required to have a bar certification, but we have one. These are attorneys in training, people... these are attorneys in training, law school students, transfers, or young attorneys looking to get into a brand new field completely. Noted as a paralegal does not dismiss any expertise one may have in the office. Okay, I'm excited. I use my credit card points to basically spend $400 to get a $500 Best Buy gift card. I'm going to use it to max out my... That's awesome! I actually need to look at, I actually need to look at upgrading my stuff. The roles and responsibilities. Are outlined below. Okay. There she is. Wish there was an easier way to save those, but there isn't. The documents are very, like, specific. Oh, she got... That sucks. She crashed 3 times. I'm so sorry, Stephanie. That's so depressing. Okay, rights and roles, responsibilities. I actually reached out to an old friend of mine and was like, hey, can I yoink things from your state attorney guide? And she was like, yeah, sure. So, funny enough, I'm actually pulling from, some of the stuff, like this this up here. I pulled this essentially directly from the docket. She isn't even streaming. Nah, Stephen Harris doesn't stream that much. It's a little weird. Yeah. It's not too bad. It's basically VPD has been kind of weird for the last few days. I wonder if it's something to do with like the MLO and then the parking system. 5th time's the charm. 5th time's the charm. 5th time's the charm. 5th time's the charm.
I'm back.
Hi.
I'm just gonna stand right here for a minute.
Yep. You look great, Kate. 10 out
Can
of
you hear
10.
me, Skyler?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine. Can you hear me? Kate. Kate. No, Kate, my
Can you hear me?
Kate!
Hello? Can
Kate!
you hear me, Skyler?
Kate!
No, you're just yelling my name.
Kate!
Hello, can you
Hi.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, well, next time what I'm saying, can you hear me? As you can hear me. You just
Oh,
screamed my
well, you
name.
said Skyler, so screaming your name.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Spider,
Skylar,
thank you
can
so much
hear
for
me?
the tier 1 for 2 months.
I'm just gonna
Welcome
stand
in
here
again.
for a minute.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
You look great, Kate.
Yeah, thank you. Just give it a few. I'm just gonna give
Yeah,
it a
you're
few
good.
minutes of just being in a statue. But all right. So where were we?
Basically trying to figure out how I can coordinate times or how my attorneys can get the special training on certain police procedure. Now, I don't plan on doing this for anyone who, unless they're like, oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. I don't plan on having this for anyone unless they're sticking around full time. So I want to see if you could reassure your officers on that.
Mm-hmm.
So what'll probably happen is there'll be a liaison from my office, or from me to you, coordinating times, and then we can show up and I drop them off like kids at school.
Yeah, we'll probably just like if there's like a bunch of them that can come around at the same time, then we can just have like a classroom day and get it all done at once. That's the easiest. So
Perfect. I'll put that as a benefit. I'm putting, like, none of my roles in the office were defined. I have literally, for the first time ever, defined every role in my office.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. Oh, we were asking about how we could do better. That was communication.
Oh yeah. So communication's the biggest thing. For people to know exactly who to go to is a good thing. Like for XYZ. I think that's kind of been it. Like yeah, and just like kind of doing everyone's best to stay on top of things just
Yep.
because I know that you guys get very busy and there's a lot fewer of you than there are of us. And
I have less than 10 people in my office, and that counts paralegals that can't do anything.
yeah. I'm gonna try to go stand by I'm gonna try to go over by the chair over here. If I have another headache, I might just have to meet me somewhere.
I would prefer
Alright.
that. Yeah, we could just go
Here-
to like DPPD or something, I guess.
I hate going to DPPD because it's just so wide open. Like I don't
Okay.
mind the building. I just hate that there's like no privacy at all.
That's fair. Davis? Question mark. We can go to my office. We could just chill at my office. It's like literally 3 blocks north of here, and no one can get in.
Oh, that's true.
I forgot. I keep forgetting that. Ever since Montag gave us our office, there have been a minimum of 2 people in that office at any given time. I've had 4 people very commonly. My people love this office.
Yeah, it's pretty
So,
nice.
it really
I went
is.
over there the other day. I just like the one thing I hate is if you're like sitting where we were back at Greco's office, it's very difficult to
Difficult to...
sorry, I'm just thinking about something.
Oh, yeah, you're good, you're good, you're good.
It's been very like difficult. Oh, you can't really see who's walking in, so you can't really see if people are eavesdropping on you. Which I know that it's like locked down, but I don't know. I'm a very paranoid person when it comes to information. All right, I'm gonna try to make it to the chair.
Libya's done a pronoun check in chat for those who want to tell their pronouns. I don't have the extension done because I'm lazy, and even if I'm trans, I haven't done it because I'm lazy. I'm a very binary she, her, hers. If anyone wants to share theirs, you're welcome to do so. You got this? Okay. There you go. Perfect.
All right. Yeah, and maybe like because I want us to have like a good working relationship. I've always kind of wanted that for our 2 offices. There's just always going to be like I guess the one thing I'll be like is there's always going to be people who are going to wild out and they might be higher rank than me, so there's not really anything I can do about it other than just like,
all right,
hey, that sucks, but oh, it's like if they're below my rank, I can usually I can handle that pretty much. But if they're my rank or above, then there's not a whole lot I can do about that. But if it becomes a problem, Metzger, Bob, those are gonna be your people.
I honestly, ever since like 2 or 3 weeks after becoming DDA, I really haven't heard or seen that many issues. That may be because they've gone to Humphrey. So hopefully, some of that has died down. Because some people don't forget things. They'll like that. This one time in February, that this attorney that you fired a week after it happened did this thing.
I know.
I'm like, there's a reason they were fired. Like, you don't want me to mention
trust
about
me, I know.
you don't want me to mention about corrupt cops releasing information to gang suspects. You don't want me to talk about officers that stole a bunch of cash from somebody and that was recently, released permanently from police, as a sworn peace officer. Like, you can't do the same to me. So I have never said that, but
Yeah.
it would be absolutely ridiculous for me to do so. So okay.
Well, people just need to realize that, like, hey, we're doing our best, and like everybody here is doing their best.
Mm-hmm.
There's not always things that we can do, but just give each other some grace, because it's like, hey, you know what? Nobody's perfect, and just because somebody makes a mistake one time is not a reason to hold it over their head for the rest of their lives or your
Mhm.
working careers.
You work through the mistake and you should move on, basically.
Yep.
So
100%.
okay, perfect. Anything else that I can do for you guys on my end moving into this?
No, I mean, I think I'm okay. I can ask around if you prefer.
Sure.
But as far as I know, everything's pretty good.
I'll probably just, as I see department heads coming and going. There is.
Like, since you are the acting district attorney now. Like, you are the district attorney now, right?
I'm the acting district attorney until this Felipe drama goes over, and then I'm fully appointed district attorney. So I'm essentially I'm in that role. Humphrey's clocked in because he hasn't figured out what he wants his title to be named in the AG's office, and so we're just leaving it at that role. But yes, I am acting district attorney.
Okay, because there's like a leadership group that I want to add you to. That's kind of that but I might wait until you are officially district attorney, just because then people aren't like, well, why is Skyler here instead of blah blah. Yeah.
As soon as that state announcement goes out for Greco, then that's fine.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that'll be a good marker.
you could be like, Greco literally posted a thing. Here's the paperwork. So
yeah.
Unless he did it already, which I doubt he did. Yeah, it is Sal Greco. I was right. I can't find it. Oh. Because he did one for Leeds. He did one for... it's Sal Greco. Okay. No, he hasn't done the announcement yet. So... All right.
Yeah, only reason I know is because I've been told, essentially. So.
Well, I announced it at the meeting yesterday.
Gotcha.
So
Did you?
I did, yeah. After Bloom was arrested in front of everybody, they're
Oh
like, "Hey,
yeah,
Skyler."
I keep forgetting there was that meeting.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, maybe Skyler can enlighten us on this." And I went, "Yeah, sure. I was going to save this. This is the official announcement coming up soon. But I am now your acting district attorney." And then I said, "I'm going to investigate the situation, try to handle it." And then I can't handle it because he's in my wedding party. So it's a little bit of conflicting interest there, Kate.
Wait, who is?
Lewis.
Bloom?
Yeah, Lewis is in my wedding party.
Oh, okay.
So, and Lily is most likely in
Yeah.
Heather's wedding party. So. That government announcement seems a little.
Yeah, maybe we
should
try
go.
to get out of here.
We should go. All right. I don't really have anything else for you, Kate. So basically,
Well, I mean,
communication.
I'm okay right now.
Okay.
Like you see, I'm able to do stuff.
Yeah, but fuck them
Yeah.
seagulls. So. Well, if I die in this elevator, tell Heather I love her, and tell Skylar that I love her, and tell Lana that I appreciate
Why?
our
I mean, we're getting in the
friendship.
same elevator. How do you think that we're not both gonna die?
Logic. 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 But listen, okay. I don't think she's gonna come down to, I don't think she's gonna come down, but... Alright. Well, you got my number. You let me know. I'm gonna try to have a meeting next week.
Okay.
Are you available Monday, 5 or 6 CDT?
I can try to be, but
Okay.
later is better because
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, later is better for me, but
Mhm.
you know, just I can try. But yeah. Like I mean, it's just like
Okay.
a DA meeting.
Yeah, I just
We'll
want
just
you
go to your
there.
office. I'll
All
grab
right.
my car.
All right. All right. I love how Prescott went on to I love how Prescott went on the docket and was like, "No, we can solve this now. There's issues with the situation."
A lot of red lights to be running.
I accidentally ran the last one. It's not fair. Pull me over then, Kate.
Got bigger fish to fry.
Mantis May Bloom shoot someone. Oh yeah, yeah. Wait, what? Did his gun just go off? I swear to God, if this guy doesn't go through the stop sign, it's a stop sign.
That's a lot of road rage.
It's a stop sign. Kate giving me shit. Where's my... There it is. God damn it. Kate.
What?
Why?
In case tow driver comes down here and tries to tow my car, I can be like, hey, no, it was parked legally.
Actually, funny enough, there's no towing in
Remember,
this
I'm
building.
a police officer.
I know.
Well, I'm sure someone will come down here and be like, oh, I can do that. Why not? Yeah.
This be a state-owned like parking lot? That way,
Pretty sure right here. District Attorney's Office parking. Do not tow
That might
government
stop them
property.
from succeeding if you try to take them to court about it, but that won't stop people from trying it.
Yeah, that's the issue.
God, I'm really jaded.
I think that we're all pretty jaded from towing.
I was very fortunate to miss a lot of.
Also, Tyson, hi.
Hello.
I took him to VPD to show him where the evidence.
Oh, and the
stuff
seagulls?
And the and the VR and yeah, we got stuck with the seagulls.
Do you want VR in the office?
Could we please?
Got it.
Thank you.
I will literally reach out to Mongtag right now.
Because that is. Really
Kate, if
good
you ever need
thing.
the code for the building, it's 1864.
Okay, I'll write that down somewhere.
So how have you been, Kate?
I've been okay. It's been meeting Andy these days.
I can imagine.
How are you?
Same
I'm
for me
doing
now.
good. Very, very, very busy.
Justice for Kelly Banana. She doesn't even want justice. Skyler doesn't know that, but hello, Mr. Irons. We're gonna have Lieutenant Kate McNamara come in. Just put that on your list, please. Thank you. This office view is so good.
Oh my god, I feel like I was just here an hour ago.
Price Sparks didn't comment on the fact that I'm not wearing a dress shirt.
Why?
She always complains that every time.
Okay, so I have this idea about this island where we can put people on it and they murder each other.
I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hated it so much.
That's why I was like, look, you're ahead of government now, so you can like say, guys, this is a terrible idea.
It's a terrible
What?
idea. You sent to me in
It
all
is a terrible-
caps.
Yeah, that's why I was like, say something. Because it's like for me, my direct leader was there, so it's hard for me to kind of be like, you guys are fucking insane. You can do that.
I can. I only
Yeah,
have two
so-
bosses, and one of them is probably not going to be around that much.
Yeah. Well, my boss isn't around that much, but he also, likes us to be courteous.
That's
especially
fair.
with heads of government. Plus, I mean, I'm just a lieutenant, so.
Just a lieutenant. You're also Kate McNamara, so.
Well.
Hmm.
That doesn't mean much to a lot of people, I'll be honest with you.
Maybe. Have you gotten shown around this office at all yet, or no?
Well, I mean, it looks like the people that built it are the same people that built out Greco's office.
Similar.
So I haven't, but if you would like to give me a tour, you're welcome to.
I mean, there's not much that's different. I have my guns, which are not illegal.
Oh yeah, I saw the guns.
Yeah. The only weapons that are illegal to have are PD guns when you're not a peace officer. The only difference in Greco's is that we have the map to mark like locations and crimes and things. And then we have
I think he had this on the desk in his office.
Do we have
I
that in
was trying
Greco's
to get us
office?
to do it. Yeah, because I was trying to get us to do the meeting in here. Which actually, man, we should have done it here. The beach view.
It's a
But,
very good view.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very
Yeah,
nice.
outside of that, we have MDWs and stuff like that. And then I don't know if you saw my my assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Humphrey's
Mr.
cuck
Jordan
chair.
Irons.
I gotta get rid of his chair.
Don't even want to know.
Well, he's getting divorced, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
This is Mr. Jordan
Work travels
Irons, FB,
Oh, okay.
FIB agent. Yeah, he's
FIB agent working here.
FIB, yeah, FIB.
Are you sure he's not spying?
We are told that we need to work close with
Jordan,
the
are you a
FIB.
spy? It's refusing to answer.
Yeah, like most Jordans. We can't do much personalization, but it's good to see you,
funnily
Gotcha.
enough, I never really spoke to the Jordan Steele.
I did extensively. Anyway, I love this view so much. It just...
Yeah, it's really nice.
It really is. We got very lucky. I think it was on purpose. So,
Yeah, damn. Hold on, I wonder.
can you see your office from my office? Can I see your office from my office?
Yeah, I can see where my office is. Like, I think it might be a little too It was a little too dark to see into the building, but I can see it.
Where are you? 654.
on the corner
Oh
of,
yeah, I can see
yeah, it's right there.
it. Yeah, look, there's your office. Yeah, this is the way it is. Oh, that I didn't know I could do. All right.
Yeah. Feel like I don't know. It always feels so strange because I'm like, well, where? Because like my base has always been VPD.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
it's like, well, where do I go?
there's one thing I don't know if it's a Greco thing or if it's a you guys thing. What I want I don't want to be paid, and I don't need it. It's
Okay.
in like a certain aspect, but I'm hoping that at some point I can get a state tag like what Greco has for like his tracker to check to see like who else is working or on duty. I don't want to be paid. I literally do not care. So like I can do that for dispatch, but that pulls from the DPS stuff, so I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, honestly.
And I can give myself like certain, like I have deep access in the MDW, but I don't want to pull from any budgets to clock in for 10 minutes every couple of hours to be like, ooh, I wonder if this guy's on duty and doing whatever or something.
Yeah.
So also it'd be nice for me to like it when I do ride-alongs if I can be tracked and have radio access even though I'm not using it. So and it's not like I'm not radio trained. So pretty sure I'm going to be training dispatchers in third shift. So, ooh, perfect. Thank you. I have.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a thing
so
where we
many.
have like PD command track like heads of government for if they go missing, we can find them easily, like Jerry. So
I have Ty Slaughter can track me, Lily Hawkins can track me. I have a huge list of people. So Heather, but for PD, it's Heather, Ty Slaughter, Skyler, who's in Australia, Lily Hawkins, and then you. So kind of spread amongst all shifts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. God, I love this view.
yeah, it's nice. Oh yeah, did you have a look at the Maribel's at the Sweets case just to see if there was how much stuff needs to be done? Okay.
No. Is this a civilian report?
Get back to me tomorrow.
No, I'll look at it right now.
No, it's CID report. Remember?
Oh, CID report. I will eventually get access to those, but I don't. I mean, I can give myself the role. I think that's a disingenuous. Yes. I can tell you exactly what the district attorney can see because I can see what he can see. District attorney can hire and fire judges, which is funny, but I think there's a completely different MDW reason for that.
Yeah.
Incident, so they can see all the stuff I can normally see. They can see SAMA bulletin board, CID investigation reports, DOC notices, FIB reports, obviously because we were close, SAS reports, VPD crime lab reports. What else? Nothing else that's like relevant to PD. Like I could see the mayor roster and things like that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So like, so eventually I'll be able to see that, but I cannot see it right now. So let me look that up. Maribel Suites, Maribel. Is it called Maribel?
It was I Hate Corruption, I think.
It was I Hate Corruption. Okay, she has all the subpoenas and stuff tagged. Okay. I guess what I'll do is just move this over to an incident report and then file the docket case.
Yeah. I just don't know if there's anything else that's needed for it. Remember, that is the one where the subpoenas were delivered late, so someone might try to challenge that. They might not, but
I mean, it's easy enough to be like, you know, there was a sudden leave of the detective and it was trying to follow up. I'm hoping that can go through, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll handle it from here then. So.
All right. Remember, you're gonna talk to Wesley about that.
Oh, I should text him.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk to Wesley.
Oh, I thought. Well, you said you wanted to.
Oh yeah,
I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, I do actually.
Well.
Hey. All right, perfect. Okay, so that's done. What else do you need from me?
Nothing, I think. Like, you want to
All
talk
right.
about SOPs and all that fun stuff, and like I
Mhm.
said, I'm kind of killing time until my meeting, so
Okay.
I'm always at the last of the queue because I always have a bunch of stuff to talk
Yeah,
about.
true. I don't think Greco does. I think he and Harold believe
Oh,
his
you were
bad
asking
shot.
meeting on Monday. What time was it?
Normally it's like I haven't set the meeting time yet. I'm gonna just see super like I might wait until the DA announcement goes out and then set a meeting, but normally it's Mondays, like every other Monday around like 6 Eastern.
Okay.
But we can try to make it later. You can
Yeah,
also
yeah, 6 Eastern. I cannot. Like today, I was able to make this as like a one-off on a
on a
Thursday, but like yeah, that's gonna be way too early for me.
Yeah, it's no worries. Yeah, I can. I've got to talk to other people anyway, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah. And then at 6 Pacific time, we have the PD meetings on Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Actually, we probably could just do that. Is schedule it after a PD meeting on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. I think that would probably be easier. You know, pending any
Yeah,
like specifics.
Yeah, I'd say maybe like.
I'm listening.
Well, I'm just thinking. Fridays we have the meetings sometimes on Fridays, but a lot of times Fridays are pretty scarce on people, so so there's that. Mondays and Wednesdays we typically have our shift 2 meeting. A lot like sometimes they go over, so I mean if you just want to do it after that, I usually can just break off after the meeting and go to another meeting because that's kind of my life anyway. But...
Yeah. I mean, we could also just. I'll try to schedule it around the second shift PD meeting, and then anything anyone misses, I'll just record the DA meeting and give it to him. So,
okay,
I'm not too worried about that. I guess since we're waiting, we're just hanging out. Do you have any general advice for shit like this? I've never run anything like this. Like, I'm capable of doing it. I know I am, but like.
So I have been very fortunate to have been given, or to have the opportunity to ask a person I'm very close to about kind of leadership and kind of managing stuff when it all is your fault, for better or for worse. I have like a little bit of that, but I mean it's true, unfortunately. What they kind of told to me was, when you're making unpopular decisions, be transparent in why you're doing them.
Right.
Because like not everybody, the people will never be happy. But if you're telling them why you're doing something, it tends to go over better. Because then they can see like, okay, well, I don't like this, but this is why they're doing it, and so they have a reason for doing it instead of just like, well, this is what I want. Like I made some unpopular decisions for K9 recently, but I felt it was the best move for the future of the department, and so I made it. Did it piss some people off? Yes. But would I make the same decision? Yes, because I believe it's the best for the future of the department, and that's my mandate, is to, build a department.
Right.
So that's one.
Is anybody allergic to bananas? No. You want some banana
Kelly?
bread?
Oh yeah, please.
Okay. I'm gonna have Bean Machine deliver some food to the office and yeah.
Yes, please.
I'll share it with you, but like, oh okay.
Yeah, should order some extra for me then.
Oh, do you want some extra?
I'll pay for it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, please. Because I bought a bunch of food earlier and I ate mine, and then I got extra for Bob. So when I was at the thing.
Yeah, we got I'll show you the contract if you're interested, but essentially I was like I told you it was like one of the first things I want to do for morale was like do something that is, instead of giving a physical bonus, give them something that they can look forward to over and over. And so I'll actually show you the contract really quick.
Yeah, just like show them that you're looking out for them.
Yeah, that's the intention. Because I think it's forgotten sometimes. But yeah, that's what I did. So
like that's kind of, I guess, the best advice is just like be transparent, especially when it's unpopular, and just remember that never make everybody happy. And if you try to, then then you'll make yourself miserable while everybody's gonna be happy.
Yeah, true.
Um,
Is it just communication with my office that's really just made it go downhill over months? It's just like lack of
Yep.
communication, just people doing things and not talking to anyone.
pretty much.
Hmm.
Like, because things would so like from my end at least, because I can only speak from the police officer.
That's all I want to hear right now.
Say that I'm working on a case. Like, say the case that we originally were going to work on back in January, right? That case was extremely important to me. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm working with this attorney on it, and discovery is coming, and I'd say, hey, there's a report that I need you to add that needs to be added, and you're like, I'll get to it, and we get closer and closer, and nothing happens. But you're not saying, hey, this is happening,
Yeah.
or hey, I'll get to it. I've just been really busy with stuff. Like, there's just nothing. Or hey, I'm like, I just like you decide like from the evidence, I'm gonna drop the charge from a 10-murder government plea to assault with a deadly. And it's just like, okay, well, you don't say anything to me, who has kind of put a lot of time and effort into the case. And I'm like, well, why is this changing suddenly? So it's a lot of ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure kind of stuff.
Correct.
So that's why it's really just mostly communication. Like, I've
That's
got
a good phrase. I haven't
a whole
heard that
report
before.
about like it's just communication issues. People wanting
Okay.
to be informed on stuff because it's and part of it though is it's a half and half thing, because on our end as police, and this was taught to me a long time ago, was as police, our job is done when we make the arrest. The conviction and prosecution is up to you guys. So really, we don't really have a right to really complain too much about how things are, because that's your business. You don't really complain about how we do our part, and we shouldn't really be complaining about how you do your part. However, we all know that people get invested in things, and so I try to tell people, like, look, you've done your best, you did the arrest, your job's done. However it goes from here, not on you. And it's hard for people to internalize that as police. So, I mean, you can always remind cops who are overstepping of that.
I know from.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I know from my end, when it comes to felony charges like ABCs, I really wish people spent a little bit more time doing the investigation. Felony Bs have have 60-day statute of limitations. A's and C's have unlimited. We like what we're doing with Alexander. All the crimes are rolled into one, and whatever. So if they have a bunch of tiny crimes that go with like the felony B for like attempted murder, if someone tries to kill a cop or kill somebody, it's attempted murder government employee. All of the resisting arrest and theft of motor vehicle and assault and battery if they beat up somebody, etc. All that's rolled into that statute of limitation. And so, like, it's gotten better over the last month or half, but for me, I've been reminding officers slowly that to take their time. It's better to have a conviction with a fully baked cake than try to give someone something half-baked and hope they get the piece that's actually going to be, edible. So
yeah, I think some people just think that. I don't know what some people are thinking sometimes.
Maybe they think they have to push it so fast. Maybe they're like, I'll get it done with and move on to the next thing and blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe it needs to have this effort. So
yeah, sometimes like the slow burn is really hard for people, where it's just like, all right, I can go in and get this this drug trafficking and I'm good. But like a lot of that stuff needs extra like preparation. Like, I need to subpoena these people. I need to like try to watch them and see if I can figure out like these things. And a lot of people aren't really either interested or able to really commit to those kind of I mean, the people who are pretty much are in major crimes,
right?
But like your standard officer usually is not going to be in for the long haul. They're just going to be trying to get that sexy weed bust and be like, all right, guys, I'm going back on patrol.
I think that's okay.
Like, I'm gonna do my raid. I'm good.
I'm okay with doing that. I'm being as the second most affirmative like authority over prosecutorial powers in the entire state. I'm going to be more firm on making sure there's stuff. Like, I like Matthew Bush. I think he's a kind person. I think he's like a good guy, and I think he's a great cop. he got really defensive to me today when there was a assault with a deadly, which is a felony B, that was charged from a 2-day-old event. And I'm like, what did you talk to any of the people? He's like, no, they're in ICU. I'm like, okay, did you ask for medical reports? And he's like, well, I don't have to ask for medical reports. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, you should still check it. It's still exculpatory. And so, like, I stepped in because Apples was being a raging cuntbag. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. It's like,
well, I mean, at the end of the day, you are the head prosecutor for the state. So if you decide, hey, this wasn't done properly, I'm going to drop the charges on it until it is done properly. Well, I mean, that's something you can do. If people aren't being as thorough as they need to.
It was fairly thorough, but I just feel like extra effort to go that way would have stopped like a suspect from yelling. Been like, yep, I did do that. Yep, I did do that.
Some people are just going to yell.
Yeah,
anyway.
I know, but I don't know.
From what I know of Apples, he's just going to yell in general.
My concern too is I had a discussion with some of the Supreme Justices, and when it comes to like ABCs, they expect a significant work on it for the proof because of the generous statute of limitations that's granted because of them.
So that might be something that you want to communicate to people at a meeting then. Because it might be like, hey guys,
I'm gonna
we have
mention
these statutes, like these felony ABs, whatever. The judges are looking for this standard of stuff. So if you're going to press those charges, because a lot of times people be like, oh, well, I didn't know. So it's like, okay, well, now you know. So do the thing you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm not mad. It's just, we're having a discussion, like kind of a casual discussion on it. So it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Sneakers, welcome in, friend. I appreciate you. We're in cinematic mode. How often do you like reach out to like the people before you to vent, or like
how often do we what?
Like, how do you vent? Like, who do you talk to? Because of how secretive our information is. I love Skyler to death, but at the end of the day, she shouldn't know 90% of what I'm doing for my job.
Yeah.
So. Bots, can we get a shout out to
Ty
Sneakers?
has been a good friend, but I mean, Metzger is unfortunately I just have to keep it a lot inside because of that reason. Like, there's a lot of stuff I cannot talk about. Like some days, I'll be honest with you, I sit and I feel like Varys from Game of Thrones, where I'm just like, I feel like a goddamn spy master because I'm like sitting here talking about like, hey, this could be a thing or this thing, and people can't know about that, and this has to remain secret, and it's exhausting, but there's nothing I can really do about it. That's just the nature of my position, right? I'm the head of detectives. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But as you grow into the position, and I guess I would say, tell people like, hey, look, I'm doing my best to, make this department or this office, whatever, the best it possibly can be. Just give me some time to kind of make the changes I need to make. Because a lot of people sometimes come in and expect like a new person to be like, all right, let's do, why aren't you doing these things? Your predecessor did them. And it's like, okay, well, I need time to, do the thing and to learn what works for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wake up for first shift meetings, and not all the time, but enough to make the announcement. It's like are they still here? Yeah, they're here.
It's a political position.
Yes, it is. And so what I'm gonna have to do is just, because what I said at the meeting yesterday, I was like, hey, this is what's gonna happen. There's gonna be a lot of changes. Bear with me. And so I'm hoping that some of the rapport that I have with all the officers and things like that can be held on to. So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss my title.
I'll tell you that politics are just fucking exhausting.
Working with people is exhausting.
Well, working with people is easy, but when it's like smoothing over issues that really, are kind of silly, but it's just part of my job is to kind of, make sure that people are happy, and yeah, it's just a lot of I've learned a lot of diplomacy, let's say.
Yesterday tested me. I rode down from Grapeseed all the way to the FIB building, and all I wanted to do was free one of my best friends from the clutches of My food's here. Or our food's here, actually. Food's here.
From the clutches of your food?
Yeah, from the clutches of my food. Yar. Hello. Niles? Look at this gamer Aiden. Oh god. Oh god. Everything lagged. Oh god. Okay, everything's fine. Where is he? The beam machine is over there. It's over there. It's over there. It's right here. We're in the same block. What's going on, Aiden? I put in the HR report. We absolutely put in an HR report. I guess we should change the lawyer tag, shouldn't we? It's not lawyer anymore. It's fucking political roleplay. Political RP. I guess we'll leave lawyer because it has the lawyer. Alright. I guess we just... Where is my delivery man for my food? Chat, did he get lost? Is he gonna forget a drink? Oh, there you are. Hi. This me.
Hey. Oh, okay. I'll remember this one.
Yeah, like I said, it's just down the road. I don't know. Natalie said she was going to set up a spreadsheet. If you haven't set up a spreadsheet, you can just charge me directly. So.
Yeah, we were gonna talk, but she had to go. She set some court case. So I'll just charge you now.
All right, 4666.
What's your state ID?
That was a joke. I just want to make it clear, if anyone's listening, I'm a peaceful American citizen. All right.
Waiting. I'm getting griefed on my first day. I have no idea. Yeah, Natalie Bean is apparently a lawyer. Go. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. I thought that it was open. I didn't realize it wasn't open. So.
Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, no, you're good. So now I'm just gonna go run back to the city hall.
All right. You have a good one. Good luck with whatever's going on. That's like our jam. It is our jam, in fact. I have food.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I'm just being a good little prosecutor and sticking my nose in my MPW.
What? What?
I was saying I'm doing my job.
It's gonna take some time. Alright.
Thank you, Spark.
You're welcome. Do you want a sim roll or do you want banana bread?
I will eat anything.
Okay, I could just give you. Oh, that's right. I was giving you 2. Here we go. Nom. Forgot there was a court case today. It basically just boils down to like evidence.
Oh, is it the one Weems is at?
I think so. Do you get a bench trial, or is it?
I don't know. I don't.
I could just literally look at the calendar. I guess it's on my television. What is the case? Today is the 18th. Oh, it started an hour and a half ago. It's Ivy Clover. It's like Humphrey's like last like case. These are going to do cases and stuff. No, it's accomplice to sale of drugs. She bought drugs, so she was giving accomplice, and they didn't put witnesses in time. So can you use the telescope? No.
Yeah. Like that's one of those things, you know.
Yep. Montag even messaged me about it or texted me about it, and I brought it up, and they're like, "Yeah, it's not really witness testimony because the one witness died, and we're not going to call the cops." And I'm like, "You probably should have called the cops."
Yeah, why aren't you calling the cops? Like, I get like sometimes Humphrey would call way too many people, or like people with irrelevant testimony. Like he kept calling me for some stuff, and I'm like, I was not a part of it. I talked to them in interrogation. But there's a record of that. I don't know why you need to ask me about it when they can just read it.
Sometimes it's better to have, like, I'll defend him on that point. Sometimes it's better to have superfluous information than not. So.
Well, no, I mean, it was like for like the Lambda murder. I was like, I wasn't even on scene. I was here at the police station. So I don't know what I can help you with. They just asked me to interrogate somebody, and I'm like, okay, sure.
So you know how you search in your contacts or messages for like someone's name and then you type it in, but then when you go to their messages, it looks for those. Ooh,
yeah.
We're getting a new charge. Oh.
Is it a good one?
I don't know. But anyway, the last time I said Humphrey in my text messages is I said, "Fuck off! Don't use my words against me, Humphrey Pennyworth." So that'll be good. Sounds like we're getting a new charge. So. 10 out of 10. Yeah.
What kind of charge?
I don't know. A drug-related charge. Okay, hold on. I'm asking.
Oh, well, I thought it sounded like you knew what the charge was, and you were just playing coy. And I was like, all right,
maybe I
tell
do.
me what the goddamn charge is.
Maybe I do. Maybe I want to make a state announcement. Maybe I don't have the. Actually, I do.
Well, I see how it is. I see how it is. All right.
You don't want the inside info?
Yeah, it's like I want the tea. I know I have a coffee in my hand, but I want the tea.
Appreciate the hell out of you. God damn it. Oh, speaking of which, I don't like hot coffee, but that's all he had because I didn't realize that he wasn't working. I just looked up Bean Machine and I was like, yeah, all right, cool. But
I mean,
preferential treatment when you're paying him thousands of dollars a week. So
yeah, any food is as long as it's edible, I'll be right there.
No, I got pulled from a court case that he was at, so I was like, oop, he was there for his sister, I guess. Okay.
Oops. Yeah, like I think that the sunset outside is making me tired, but
yeah, it is. I don't know. I've been up since like 8 a.m. I didn't sleep well. I dropped my partner off at the airport. It was a fucking wreck, and then she texted me letting me know she got to Melbourne. I got to see her with a cute little picture, so it was nice. But...
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just trying to. Interesting meeting coming up.
Good? Bad?
Interesting. I mean, it should be good. Usually,
Am I losing you?
Always enjoyable. No. Okay. I mean, unless they fire me, but.
Okay.
Hopefully, I didn't do anything to be fired.
Pretty sure they didn't fire Bloom. Pretty sure they just suspended him, and it's a hefty charge. So.
Well, he's suspended pending investigation because I mean,
sure,
it's on the docket. So yeah, it's like when you're being charged with like a felony, you kind of have to be.
Yeah. To see if it actually like stands up, etc. So.
Yeah. But I mean.
Oh.
Yeah.
Misdemeanor and felony purchase of a controlled dangerous substance from an unlicensed source.
What's the time line on it?
I don't know.
Something. Because man, I was thinking yesterday. I was like, there's no other than the dispensary, and unless like, I was hoping the stuff would be clearly marked. Because I mean, all this time we could have just been charging people with what is it?
Hmm.
Because there was no legal way to acquire marijuana until the dispensary opened. So we could have, I think, charged everybody with like accessory to drug manufacturing.
Possibly. Not that it matters now. Now we're going with the licensed
Yeah.
source and all this kind of stuff information, so
Yeah.
it'll be easy from that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those, like, you know. I had some fun with that.
I'm not gonna say who it is, but there's a text message in my DA's chat with all my DAs in it. They go, "How do I request this report from DOC?" You call them.
Yeah,
you call someone.
Forehead.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are afraid of talking to people, which is something I've noticed. I hate it.
Not my litigators. They're investigators and litigators. Talk to people. I had a
not my litigator. Like hashtag not my litigator.
You know what? I had a fucking wild complaint. I had one of my prosecutors start complaining that they don't have enough friends and they don't think people in the office want to be their friends. And my
What?
response,
What?
was, "We're coworkers. We don't have to be friends."
Like friendship. Yeah, it's like you got to work together, but you know.
No, they all they really do is work. They're one of those workaholics, and they're like, "I want to be friends with everybody." I'm like, "No, you're not going to be friends with everybody." Katie is a big personality. I am not like Katie, and Katie and I we have to work professionally. We move on. It is what it is. Like
yeah, and it's like it becomes hard to be friends with the people who are like who report to you, because it's like, you know, some days you fuck up and I gotta tell you, hey, you fucked up, and you just fucking stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I think some of them are coming to terms with that. It's like, I think what happened before, I think a lot of what the ship ended up crashing for and burning, and we're kind of in the right now, is everyone was friends. They invited their friends to the office. It was hangout, but we also did prosecutor stuff, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
We can't be.
It's like we're here to
unfortunately.
do a job.
Yeah. We can enjoy each other's company, and we could be friends, but at the end of the day, we both need to work together, and we need to figure it out.
Yeah.
And if you can't work together, then...
Just stop yawning.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of eepy. I might actually go nap for a bit, but...
Yeah, is it cool if I hang out here till I go to my meeting?
You are always welcome in this office, Kate. No
Thank you.
problem. I'll even... Here, hold on. Make a little account on the computer. Ugh, my desk. Super sturdy.
Because normally I'd go back to my office, but I don't know if it's still a black hole. Like seagulls.
All right, I'm going to set the password to capital P password 01234. It's super secure.
Oh my god.
There you go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go nap. I'm tired.
Yeah, you're all good.
If
I'm gonna work on some of my stuff. That's okay.
Yeah, what?
I'm gonna work on some. Like,
why would you
like I
ask
said.
if I was okay? Like if it's okay?
Oh, well, because I'm gonna do it here. So, I'm like trying to go back to the black hole that is possibly my office. Like I should go patrol, but I got a headache, so I'm like.
Kate, I just made an account on my computer so you can do that.
Well, thank you. Definitely will not install the video games that I installed on Bob's computer.
Do you need me to get something that isn't a pre-built graphics card in there?
No,
Do
because
you
I'll
need
just
to-
play it on his computer.
Do you need me to get like a nice NVIDIA or AMD graphics card?
I mean, if you want to do that,
Kate,
that's
twist
up to
my
you.
arm. Oh,
That's up to you.
Oh, I just.
You know, I don't know if you need it for these, like, you know, photographic
680.
technology is crazy these days.
Well, we
and so
need-
maybe you need like a better
well, we
graphics
need
card
a-
to be able to see like
Well,
all the
in
pixels in the.
VR.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Yeah, you gotta have the VR headset all set up, and yeah.
You're gonna make me want to play my Dark Knight again. I hate this. I hate this.
Why would you play Dark Knight?
Because
Such
it's
such a weird spot.
What do you mean it's such a weird spot? I'm sorry. Bang sword the ground, aggro everything, win?
Yeah, but they took away, like, you don't have plunge anymore.
What the fuck? Really? I haven't played for an expansion and a half or 2 expansions. I guess.
Yeah, you don't have plunge anymore. Why do you think I'm saying that it's in a weird spot?
I like plunge.
Well, say goodbye to it. I'm going Gunbreaker.
No. No. Not my Dark Knight. Not my Dark Knight, Kate.
Well, your Dark Knight has no plunge anymore, so I guess you gotta find a new. Why do you think I said it's in a weird spot? Find a new gap closer.
Yeah, it's W. It's the W key.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Like, oh yeah, just like, hey guys, I got a really cool gap closer. Just run. Wow.
I'll get
Not
there,
even on a
guys.
cooldown.
What I used to do, I can't remember.
It's not even a goal.
Yeah, it's
not
on
even a
global.
cooldown.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can do it anytime. Watch, guys.
Guys, I have an instant ability. Watch this.
Strafe left and
I'm
right.
just like, what is wrong with this tank?
I used to when I used to like run like lobbies and stuff through dungeons, the best I could, obviously, but like I used to use plunge, and then there was another ability that was shoot blasty laser things out of my hands. I can't remember the ability, but I used to use that one too. I would like run up and then they would come to me and they'd be like, whop. That was the sound.
I don't remember what that
I don't.
ability was.
I used every ability. When I used to play World of Warcraft back in Cataclysm, I'm gonna be old and mark my age. I used to main sub rogue, and that had like a 23 skill rotation. So it's just like, yeah, 8 skills is nothing. Why you give me that look?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, just imagine like, more complicated. What is it? The element class.
What?
What is it called? The element class. It's not ninja. Is it ninja? It came out.
It might be. Yeah, it might be ninja where they do the tiger punch or whatever.
Yeah. Fuck. I haven't played Final Fantasy in years. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna go nap. You enjoy Paperwork. Yeah, I'm gonna work on SOPs too later. So.
All right. Have fun.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Do you guys need anything from me? I'm gonna take a nappy nap.
Nope, I'm good. Thank you.
No, I got Humphrey working on the subpoena stuff. So.
All right, cool.
Since he was the one who put the subpoena in originally.
All right, cool. All right, appreciate you guys.
All right, you have a good evening.
I'm sure I'll see you in like an hour when I can't sleep. I am super tired, chat. We may stream later. I don't know. We're gonna stream a lot more since we're doing the acting DS stuff. I think it's important to like stream the fun anyway, yeah. So we're gonna try to stream a lot more with doing all the politics stuff. I think that's gonna be fun. So, yeah, no, I'm tired. I woke up kind of early, so we're gonna go say hi. Who do we want to go say hi to? Who is currently streaming? Let's go say hi. Let's go say hi to Diody Master. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Let's go say hi to Diody since he's over here. Wait, is he on Onyx right now? He is on Onyx. Let's go say hi. We bought him his arm. So I appreciate you guys so very much. We will be back in a little bit. If not a little bit, like a... I don't know. Like a day or two. Doing politics stuff. Appreciate you. Bye, guys.